Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, without further ado, let's jump right on into podcast number 108. This is From the Sidelines. We're coming back at you guys with another episode this week. No guest this time, no special guest to introduce, but we do got the regular boys here, and it's going to be quite a fun time. We got some cool things to talk about. There was street ball out of Capital Edge this past weekend. There's some great developments kind of in the gaming side of things, including a loved franchise from my childhood is coming back, so it's going to be cool to talk about that. But yeah, without further ado, let's bring our co-hosts in and get right on into the flow of this podcast. Stephen Hatch, how you doing, my guy?
We're here, man. Back for 108, dude. It's crazy how that number just keeps increasing, and it's only going to go up from here. But
it will never go down. It's kind of like our age. You know, Brody taught us that last week.
Yep. But luckily, we're here. We're back. You know, life's been getting crazy, but we're here rolling with the punches. So great to be here.
That's true, man. Apparently, when you decide you're going to move from one state to another halfway across the country, there's a lot of complications that come with that. So I've been dealing with those, trying to get everything lined up. But moving forward, stuff is lining up. So yeah, hopefully going to be out there soon with the Oni boys. Oni Gate is continuing, by the way. We got word just before this podcast that there's a new development. So maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. But before we do that, we got to bring in our other co-host, Brando Baird. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, I was pretty good, especially with our discussion before show. But you know, my little Googling as we start. You know, not all is right with the world.
Is Jimmy Neutron not voice acted by a male?
No, it's not. It's an old lady.
God damn it!
Come on, bro.
Like, our pre-show conversation, we got started talking about cartoons, and we figured out pretty quickly that all of our beloved male cartoon characters as a child were voiced by ladies. So yeah, and that includes Jimmy Neutron, the GOAT.
Damn it,
Naruto, bro.
You know,
everybody.
Everyone knows I like to say, "What is a woman? A man, but lesser." But right now, they're taking it from us.
Yeah, I guess
like
so, Brandon.
Damn it. Gives and takes.
Well, definitely, guys. Before we get any further on, we got to remind everyone about our lovely sponsors that put this show on the air. Liquid IV. Go get some more information over at liquidiv.com. The awesome hydration multiplier gets you hydrated like 3 times faster than normal water alone. Definitely, it's got all the good electrolytes and stuff in there that you need to keep performing at your peak, even through these hot summer months. Liquid IV, they got a whole bunch of great flavors, including their new summer flavors that are available on their website. Go buy a box of Rainbow Sherbet. I've said this every week, and if you haven't yet, you're missing out. It is the bomb, I guess, which is kind of similar to their other product, Firecracker, which is the bomb as well. They've made some great flavors, so go check them out over at liquidiv.com. Use promo code Mafia_Moffitt to save yourself 20% off and get free shipping at checkout. Moving forward, we have NECTR Energy, NECTR.energy, the awesome little energy pouch that you can throw in. Kind of looks similar to a Zyn, maybe a tobacco pouch, something like that. Main difference is there's no nicotine in this product, just neurotropic and some caffeine to kind of stimulate you and keep you going. They've got a whole bunch of great flavors. I think 6 different options now are available on their website. You can go check those out. NECTR.energy is where you're going to head over. Use promo code MafiaProductions at checkout. Mafia Productions, just all one word there. It's going to get you a buy 2 get 1 free. So you get to try out a couple more of those flavors, see which one's your favorite, and you can start throwing your little lip pouch in, stay energized and ready to go throughout the day. They also do have more products that are going to be coming soon. I've gotten a little bit, more sneak peeks from the Martin twins, so it's definitely exciting to see that. Yeah, they're pushing forward, making some new supplement products, and yeah, they're some of the best in the game. So we love supporting them over here, and we do appreciate their support for the podcast. Next, and definitely last tonight, but not least, well, actually, it is least because I told him I was going to do this. Weltsclothing.com. Scott Stewart is an asshole. Scott Stewart decided to leave our podcast family and go join a different podcast family, the In the Pits Paintball podcast. So we're not cool with that. You did us dirty, Scott. We're over here, talking about your company, trying to help people get the word out about the awesome apparel and stuff that Welts Clothing makes, and you leave us in the dust like that.
Yeah, we called dibs.
We did call dibs, and you got to respect dibs.
100%. We're of course joking. We do love Christian down there in the pits. He's been on our show. I've been on his show. I'm probably gonna happen more now that I'm moving into the same area as them. He loves to bring that up, by the way. He's gonna be a big fan of me being down there in Austin. But they did recently just have the joust this past weekend. They do a lot of great things for paintball, and like we said, Scott Stewart was on there. So hey, go check it out. Go see what the owner of Welts is up to over on some other shows or ours. We've had him on a couple times as well. If you do want to check out more about Welts Clothing, head over to weltsclothing.com. Use promo code FTS to save yourself some money at checkout. All jokes aside, they do some great things for paintball, and especially the paintball community in Texas. So we love to support those guys. But I did tell them that I would be throwing Scott under the bus, and here we are. I did.
God damn it, Scott. You could have been above the bus, but now you're under it. Makes sense, though.
Well, sure. All right, boys. Without further ado, let's jump on into this podcast. We actually, our pre-show tonight, we were talking a lot about gaming. There's a lot of exciting things going on in the gaming space right now. For people who are unaware, Gamescom is starting this week. I guess the best way to compare it is it's like E3. Since E3 has kind of gone away and is no longer a product, Gamescom has definitely grown in size. It's somewhere in Germany, I want to say. I think that's where it is. I don't have an exact address or location, but it is currently like the biggest in-person, gaming convention in the world. So a lot of companies go there and announce their things. They do a live stream every year called Opening Night Live, hosted by Jeff Keighley, who also hosts and runs the Game Awards every year. So he's the guy who gives out, Game of the Year and all those fun and awesome awards. So it was cool. We got to see some cool new trailers, some cool new announcements were made. We're gonna get into some of those. But before I get into any of the stuff from Gamescom, did you guys ever back in the day play the Backyard Baseball series of games?
Yeah.
Like the backyard sports?
Yeah,
or it was like backyard
sports.
Basketball, backyard baseball.
It was kids.
Yeah, backyard hockey.
You were kids
They're
playing.
They're almost like, it was almost like the way that the Wii characters looked before the Wii characters were even a thing.
So it is my pleasure to announce that they have announced that series is coming back. They are going to be making a new Backyard Baseball game with updated, assets, graphics. We're going to be able to play as Pablo Sanchez once again. The secret weapon is coming home. I am so excited. This is a part of my childhood. There was mini nights. The bedroom that I first grew up in, I had a desk bunk bed, so I'd have a bed up top and then like a desk down low.
The setup
had an old school, Windows 95 computer down there with a huge ass CRT monitor, and definitely stayed up way past when I should have, playing Backyard Baseball back in the day. That one definitely was the sticking point for me. But they also made Backyard Basketball, soccer, football. They did a whole bunch of other properties as well. But I'm excited. I saw the announcement. It's been leaking out over the past couple of days. They're trying to build hype for it, and I'm excited to get back in there, see everything going on with the Backyard crew.
Yeah, there are very few sports games that I played. Like Backyard Baseball, that was one of them. And I don't know if you guys remember this game, but it was called The Bigs, and it was a baseball game.
Bigs was awesome, dude.
Dude, I loved. What was it? It was like Home Run Derby, where you were the dead center of New York. You could pick whatever baseball player you wanted, and you could swing, hit a baseball, and the ultimate goal is to just smash as much billboards, as much lighting signs as possible to get the high score.
That was in Bigs 2. That was
that was my
extra thing they had. That was definitely part of my childhood as well, dude. I miss when sports games were arcadey like that. They were meant to be fun, and you had a turbo button and you could use special powers and stuff, and then it got very realistic, and Madden and all of those 2K have tried to be very true to what real life is.
Do you remember Slugfest? Was it Slugfest that you could play as the mascots?
Slugfest is another big one. There was also what was that game? It was an M-rated football game.
The League.
The League.
They show bone breaking.
You could drug your players on the sidelines.
That shit is awesome,
dude. And of course, it was a football game, but it was very different from Madden and the stuff that you see nowadays.
Oh, so
they don't make games like that anymore.
No,
they don't make any games anywhere near that.
Or even NFL The Streets, right?
NFL Street, another banger.
Yeah.
Dude,
have an exhibit tell you you're a piece of shit and you got to get better.
Now that we're naming all these games, dude, I really did play a lot of sports games when I was younger.
Sports games were the shit.
Now that they're kind of so bland and dude, 2K, how the fuck do people play that shit? I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, I get it if you love your sport. Like, you know, it's cool to interact with it and kind of play it. But it really has, like, they're trying to be very realistic. And it's kind of like, some of the fun was being able to hit a home run 650 feet. Like, yeah, that's not possible, but it's cool when you get to do it in a video game, you know?
Or, dude, if you got beamed by the pitcher,
yeah,
dude,
you would like
your
lose
feet
skills.
would be on fire. Your feet would be on fire, and you go charge the pitcher. Like, they don't make games like that anymore.
Yeah, I guess we don't want to, you know, these kids, we don't want to make them too violent.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. But meanwhile, GTA is sick, though. I mean, I was playing GTA like
we still don't
10.
have GTA 6. Dude, everyone was. Everyone has that memory of loading up GTA 5 and seeing the half-naked girl on the loading screen and praying to God that your mom didn't walk around the corner.
I remember playing San Andreas and, like, when I got a hooker in the crowd.
Yeah, dude,
Hell yeah.
Like 4 years
I'm
older than
telling
me,
you, bro.
Brandon.
Games like that, I think games like that make you less violent. I think they make you less
Yeah, because you
violent.
get to get it out. I remember I played GTA 4 a tiny bit, but like the first one I actually owned was GTA 5. And they're still fucking playing that game. I played that game on PS3, and it's like we still have that game out on the current generation of consoles.
Jesus.
It's ridiculous.
I remember GTA 4, there was the DLC that my friend had me get, and it was called The Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yep, that's a great one.
And dude, the airport, dude, I would go all the way across town to steal the fastest motorcycle, drive all the way back to the airport, and be doing like double backflips at the airport.
You know what the best vehicle in GTA 4 was called?
What?
It was the little moped. Guess what it was called?
Fagio?
Yeah, the Fagio.
Yeah, of course I know what that is called. Of course, it's in GTA 5 as well, dude.
Wait,
every
they
man's
actually
got
brought
at
it
least
in?
one.
They brought it in as well? That's awesome.
Every single man should have at least one Fagio in his garage if you're playing GTA.
Fagio. Come on, please get it right. It's an Italian pronunciation.
Yep.
I'm just trying not to get us copyrighted or not copyrighted, flagged on YouTube.
It is what it is, dude. It is what it is. But you know,
yeah, there were some
GTA
great jokes in those games,
so
and
good.
I hope GTA 6 doesn't pull any punches. When it finally comes out in like 5 more years, it'll
Dude,
probably be
gonna-
2030.
And the thing is, we're probably gonna have to wait a year since we play on PC. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be.
Oh, they're gonna do that thing.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be out for console for like a year.
because Rockstar hates modders and they don't want
They
people
really
to get into
do.
their game. Yeah.
Yep. It's so
You just
tragic.
ruined my day with that info.
I know,
Ash.
bro. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. So everybody listening, I'm so sorry, dude. So
Dude, I'm gonna have to do what I did for
get
NCAA.
control of your car. Get back into the normal traffic instead of the oncoming traffic. Pull the steering wheel back in. We're gonna get GTA sooner or later.
We're gonna
GTA
get
6.
through it eventually. Dude, I do love, that's like my favorite thing on Instagram. Not my favorite, there's a lot of funny comments, but the ones that are like, we got so and so before GTA 6. And
I love those
some
ones,
of those
dude.
can be so good.
Yeah, they'll be like, or I saw one where it was like that video of the goldfish beating Elden Ring, right? And it's like, we got a goldfish beating Elden Ring before we got GTA 6. Like, are you serious? It's like, that is true.
I was in
That
high
is
school
true.
when GTA 5 came out, fam. Like, it
Bro,
was
GTA
a
5
while
went
ago.
through like 3 different generations of consoles.
Yeah, well, because GTA Online, it's just
So
they
good,
stuck
bro.
around.
Man, I don't know what it is. I don't really play it anymore because I'm tired of like little 12-year-old Timmies getting in their oppressors. They're flying motorcycle missile bikes.
It is so
It's
like
messing me up.
So I remember when 5 came out, they like online wasn't around yet. Like they were still kind of finishing it up. So like there was like this
Wait, 30 days.
6 month, or it was like
It was
30
like
days.
30
Oh,
days.
okay, so it was less time. But so I played through GTA 5. It was a lot of fun, and then I jumped online for a little bit, and yeah, had some fun in it. But it got to a point where it was like, unless you're buying $100 worth of microtransactions, you're just not doing anything. Like you're just not really able to achieve anything because you need all this,
You'd
all
have to
this
really
cash
grind,
to set
like,
up
one
these
mission.
heists to then get the right car that you need for the next part of the mission. And it's like, I get why they haven't taken that service down, because they're just raking in millions of dollars a month on it.
And plus, look what they're doing, dude. They're literally they're training young degenerate gamblers, bro. They have the diamond casino that you can play blackjack at, dude. How many times? I wonder how many times people go crazy on that and like lose however much GTA money, because obviously nobody gives a shit because it's GTA money.
Probably. I'm in the camp that I can't really talk shit about kids gambling because I was myself. So it's one of those things
dude,
like
supply drops.
I can't cast stones when I live in a glass house. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. Okay, so I used to do like when Call of Duty was like back then, dude. The elite drops, bro. That shit was awesome, bro. Crypto keys, fuck. I'm lucky I wasn't into CS:GO back then.
I was gonna say, like, what COD was that? Because I I
Black
got
Ops
out
3
before that. Oh, okay,
Black Ops
yeah.
3.
I really didn't play past Black Ops 2. Like that was kind of the last one that I like spent a lot of time in. And I have nothing against like Black Ops 3 and the Infinity War stuff, but that literally was like that was when I got a PC and I started playing Counter-Strike, and I was like, okay, this is what I play now.
Absolutely. I started getting out of that area. Like I started getting more PC gaming in like 2020 when the pandemic hit. I was like, I'm at home a little bit more. Might as well, make the big upgrade.
I will say too, I feel like COD back in that day was still a hardcore console game. Like you could play it on PC, but it really was not like
That's not where people would go to play it.
They didn't. Yeah, they weren't really focused on the PC release.
When did it transition over to PC?
Honestly, I think 2019.
Yeah,
with
the Modern Warfare.
Agree.
Yeah,
because I think that's when a lot of people like, yeah, they picked it up on console, but they made a good port for PC, and so that like got a lot of people in.
Plus, the cross-platform was just super good.
Yeah,
and is that
CDL also now plays on PC as well too.
That's when they made that transition too. That's
right. CDLs, they have their own complete server build and everything. Like it is not released COD at all. And it was actually funny because the Esports World Championship that was happening, the COD segment was playing in that. Optic got fourth, so they're third and fourth. They didn't play a third place game, but they got knocked out in the semifinals. But it was funny. They had a lot of lagging and server issues because that tournament didn't get the CDL build. So Call of Duty League, they have their own kind of proprietary servers, their own build. It doesn't have patches on it. Like it's meant to be like this is the playground that the pros play in consistently. And so there was like they had to restart games. Dude, first game of the semifinals, Optic was frying FaZe. They were up 200 to like 15 on a hard point. If you don't know COD, that's essentially like putting 6 points in a row on a paintball team. Like you're fucking them up. And then a player from FaZe drops out because he lags out of the match, so they have to restart the whole game. And you could just see Dashy and Kenny were just like, oh fuck, man, like we were destroying them. They were able to recover and win that first game, and then FaZe woke up and just turned around on the series. And I think they took 3 maps in a row on them to win the best of 5. But dude, Shotzi is. Goddamn, he's one of the best like COD players I've ever watched in my life. And it's funny because I heard in an interview guys were talking about when they play against Shotzi, you spend half your time just being like, where is he? Where is he on the map? Like there's a player in our spawn somewhere and we don't fucking know. So yeah, it was fun to kind of watch him run some routes and do some crazy shit. Dude, I have to say it, I'm excited for Black Ops 6. I am.
Yeah, I've been really like fighting those inner demons about like getting it and stuff like that, and I'm like, I just don't want the fucking the honeymoon phase to begin where I'm like playing it for 2 weeks and then like after I'm a gamer, right? You know what I would say, Ryan, you are as well. You know what a good game has, right? And after like 2 weeks of playing it, we're like, oh, this is sick, but when you really start to see like the nitty gritty parts of it,
Also, I feel like we're finally coming out of the COVID death cycle for games. Like, I think, Hatch, you're completely correct. When MW2 came out, the most recent one, it was a shell of a game. There was barely anything. I don't even think there was stats in it. You couldn't even see what your KD was. And I think what caused that was the crunched, and remote development time. Like they weren't working together. They weren't able to like, patch things together. Like, so it made it a lot more hard for them to meet that yearly release date. I think Black Ops 6 is like, they definitely took some time to polish all that shit. Obviously we'll be able to know better once the beta hits and we can actually like get some hands on, but I'm telling you right now, I'm probably gonna buy it.
Even then the betas realistically still not gonna be like an accurate test of how the game's truly gonna be. It's like that is like the shell of it. We were like, okay, this is you're gonna be able to try the Omni movement.
I was gonna say it'll give us
all the new stuff.
Yeah, kind of an idea of how that stuff's gonna play out.
Exactly, it's just a shell. It's the bare shell that they're gonna give you, and then once the full game's released, that's when you're really gonna be able to test the nitty gritty parts of it, right?
Yeah,
even betas are gonna have problems, and you can't even blame it because it's a beta.
Well, exactly, and Shroud was talking about this with the Spectre Divide beta, but that build is like 2 months old, just because it's a stable build. It's already being updated. It's not gonna crash. They know it's not gonna like have 1,000 bugs in it, so. It obviously is just old for that. So by the time you get the release date build, it'll be completely different. But yeah, letting you know, Hatch, I'm probably gonna pick it up. So I would love to play some zombies with you. I think that's gonna be fun regardless.
I'll probably get it. You know what, Ryan?
We can play some search, bro.
I'll make sure. You know what, Ryan?
Also,
I'll make a pact.
I'll
make a pact.
Yeah? You're gonna do it?
I'll get it just for you.
I respect that, brother. We could also, game with Ivan and Enrique a little bit because they're big COD heads. That's all they play.
They're lucky I'm in retirement from COD, bro. Let me just say.
Maybe that's the thing, dude. We'll start a challengers team, bro.
No, dude. I
Ivan, Enrique, me and you.
Valorant, dude. I remember Valorant, dude. I challenged. I was like, all right, my 5 versus your my 5 West Coast versus your 5 East Coast, and we'll play Texas servers, and we'll see what happens. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you guys won, but
they
again,
were they were scared. They were scared. They didn't want to play us.
I will say again, that's not COD. COD is their game. I've watched some of like Ivan and Enrique's gameplay. They're actually pretty good at COD. I'll give them that.
We'll see.
They also play controller, and that's going to be the hardest thing for me because controller is definitely better for Call of Duty. It's meant to be an aim assist game. All the pros play a controller. It's like there's not a single person who plays mouse and keyboard.
Well, absolutely. When the sticks are aiming for you, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Shit's easy, bro. Just point and click.
Well, that's what everyone says about us, bro. But it's a lot harder to actually track someone.
My talent's not an aim assist.
In your $400 scuff controller that's got 6 extra buttons on the back, so you don't have to ever move your hands.
Hey, hate the player, not the game.
Hey, I'm not hating on scuff, all right?
I loved scuff controllers back then. Like, goddamn, dude. I feel like they were so expensive that it's like you had to like take care of that baby. That was like.
Yeah, you don't throw that one. You throw the regular.
Do not let your fucking friends
one.
play with that controller.
You guys ever thrown a controller?
Oh
no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad Brandon said that because I definitely have.
I've come close.
I never broke a controller,
never have.
But I broke headphones.
Okay, I didn't break it, but because I will say this, Xbox makes some sturdy ass controllers. Because I had an Elite back in the day, and I definitely chucked that thing a couple times, and that's all it takes before you realize I'm a fucking idiot. I shouldn't be doing this. Like I need to calm down. But yeah, no, it's dude, games bring out that frustration.
I think like the closest I've like raged like really recently was where fucking Pablo here caught a fucking back kick for sure. Right? I'm playing fucking Elden Ring, right? Though doing the final boss of the DLC, right? I'm using a build where I got like some poison and I'm like about to win. Like I see the poison ticking away and I'm like Loki trying to run away like a coward, trying to get away. And I'm like, please get him. Then he pulls out the fucking nuke on me and I die and I'm just like. Bow! Fucking Pablo just got it, dude. It was bad. I was pretty mad.
I mean,
take a break.
Elden Ring frustration, it's a whole nother level because it's you versus you. Like you can't even be mad at some Asian kid who's 12 who's shitting on you. It's like, I suck. Fuck.
Yeah, and it's like I know I'm like testing myself because I'm like doing it all solo, no summons, like doing it the hardest way possible. Which I don't know why. I just have to do it that way the first time.
Because you like punishment.
I don't know why. I love it. It's just a thing.
It's
just a thing that like a lot of hardcore gamers like to do, right? Like when sometimes when I play Valorant, obviously when I'm playing with my girlfriend who's not the best, I'll use like a derpy ass crosshair. It's like 3 times bigger than what it should be. Dude,
I saw the best Valorant crosshair the other day. It was literally half the screen was like the crosshair, and he made it green so that way the streamer could chroma key in like Subway Surfers gameplay. So it was literally the brain rot crosshair. So on his stream, you could see all these different games being played while he's trying to play Val.
That's like ultimate crosshair placement.
I guess,
Holy
it just
shit,
tells you where to go every time. So yeah, no, that was fun. Speaking of like tactical shooters, Spectre Divide, played that a bit this past week, got into the beta. It was fun. It was actually pretty cool. The thing I ran into is just because it was a closed beta, I wasn't able to like play it with any of the guys. So after like a couple games of being with a duo who doesn't talk to you unless they tell you like what to do, and then people who are like leaving, it kind of was like, all right, I'm not having the greatest time, but that's not the game's fault. Like the actual gameplay was very fluid. Like it felt really, it felt like you could pull off these crazy moves by using your Spectre and putting them in different places. Definitely, gonna play it more when it actually like comes out and some of the other people can just jump in and test it out a bit. But yeah, so cool things to come from that. Also the ADS movement, I think that was cool because traditionally, if you're not familiar with like Counter-Strike, you have have to be still. If you move at all, your accuracy just goes all over the place. You could still hit a guy, but it's luck at that point. You know, it's not skill. So the biggest difference with this game is if you're aiming down sights, you can keep moving around. So it definitely makes it feel like more fluid of kind of, okay, you know, I'm still hitting this guy, or I'm still having shots that are on target. But you know, I don't have to stand still and be like this, you know, kind of old gameplay style.
I'm like tap dancing, like trying to like fight, like
yeah, you can do, like,
gunfight this guy.
No, and like I was definitely fighting guys who were like doing the crouch move and everything. Like, you know, you guys will see that where you try to, you know, right left crouch a little bit, like try to get
smooth
people
criminal.
off. Yeah,
the smooth criminal with the thriller.
Dude, some of these kids doing strafes, it's crazy. Some of the Highland move it that you'll see.
Yeah, that's insane. But you know, is that worth getting? Is that worth? You think that's gonna be?
I mean, it'll be a free to play game, so yeah, I actually think it'll be worth downloading. It's just, it was in closed beta, so that was the thing. Is like, it's, you know, they're just testing it out with a limited number of people. I don't know when they want to release it, but it's probably pretty soon. That build was pretty polished. Like, there was a lot of features there that I think they're gonna have when they ship. So yeah, I would say probably before the end of the year that'll come out.
That's sick.
How'd you feel about the feature about being able to switch characters?
So at first, like, your first game, it's confusing as hell, because like you're just trying to like get a hold of it. I say I would maybe have a little heads up, just because I watched a lot of streamers play it, so I kind of was like ready for that. But after you start to like get the rhythm of like throwing your puck, you know, using your guy to like go to a different area and, you know, throw a flash out with this guy, then go to your other one and swing wide on the corner, it's cool. Like,
it has its own learning curve.
Yeah, if you're a big brain player, like you could do some really cool things in that game. Or like there was an example, because you know, we were trying to fake a bomb site, so I set one of my guys up, you know, taking gunfights, throwing utility, just being an annoyance. And then once I felt that they rotated over, I switched to my guy on the other side, and then was able to instantly pull that Spectre back. So now we have all 6 of our guys going to the other bomb site, even though a second ago I was just throwing smokes and, you know, baiting people over to the other one.
Interesting.
So is a switch like instant, or like what's the downtime between going from one to another? So
switching the bodies is instant. You can go one to the other, to the other, to the other, but the penalty is how long it takes to move that body. So it's this little throwable item, it's called the puck, and you can throw it wherever on the map, but then there is a travel time between your guy like coming, and like you'll see a little line as he's like slowly moving across the map. It's not the body, it's like, think of it like an electrical charge, kind of like where you see it like moving along the line. So that way, like, the enemy team can't, you know, kill it in midway. But once it's there, then it's just stationary, and it's kind of waiting for, you know, if you switch to it, or if you you know, send it to a different place on the map.
Okay, but so like if you once you know, hit the buttons or whatever to make the switch, like instantly, you know, within the second of you switching, you're able to move and you know, shoot and whatnot. Okay, cool.
No, yeah, there is no, like, it's not like a boot up delay or something, like it takes 2 seconds. Like, it's instant. There definitely was times where like one of the coolest things is you can actually have your Spectre plant or defuse the bomb for you while you're on your other body.
That's
so
cool.
That's pretty crazy.
You can throw him onto the bomb site, go to him, start the plant, and then swap back to your other character, and now your gun's up protecting yourself.
That's awesome.
Exactly. So like, you know, you can do plays like that, and then the other thing you have to think of is you got to switch back to them to get them into cover, so then that way, you know, you don't lose that body instantly, and you could have another kind of guy to fight for the retake. So yeah,
is there audio that you can hear the switch?
Yeah, well,
okay.
I don't know if there's audio for the switch. I guess the thing you would notice is like footsteps and stuff, because they would be moving from a different spot, and once you switch off, your guy just crouches down, which is important because he's there, he's in the world. So you know, there was rounds where guys flanked us and took out my Spectre, and it's like, well, shit.
Oh shit.
You know, I didn't forget to bring him. They do, to kind of help with that, since it's a 3v3 game, they do have these walls on the map called reveal walls, which for like the first 30 seconds of the round, if a defender like goes too far to try and flank, it'll just let the attacking team know, hey, there's someone who's passed by like this midpoint. But those do go down after a certain point. So like like after I think it's like 30 or 45 seconds into the round, those will drop, and then people can walk behind. They're actually, I made a play on a team by I put one of my guys, they were hard attacking a site, so I knew no one was coming mid, so I just put one of my guys there and then another guy watching over him, and the second that wall dropped, I grabbed the guy right by the wall, went into their like main area, and had an awesome flank because they just weren't expecting that. You know, they were like, oh shit, he was already right behind us.
I'm trying to like picture it all and like put it all in my brain. It sounds like a lot, not gonna lie.
I will say I mean,
sounds sick though.
Watch some gameplay. Obviously, there's every streamer in the world was invited to come in, so a lot of them have some good gameplay. The other thing I love too, it is a pretty game. Like, you know, I have a 1440p monitor, so dude, it looks fucking great. The art style of like the map is kind of this nice high-res cartoon art, whereas like your gun is in like the cel-shaded Borderlands kind of like, you know, drawing style. So it's this really cool contrast of like kind of low quality, and like I say that in a weird way because it's not, it looks really good, but it is like low pixel quality versus like the map and everything around you, which is a lot higher. It does make it easier to pick up other players because they stand out more because they're a different graphic style than the map.
Okay, that's interesting.
And there is a whole bunch of customization options. You know, they're gonna have a store and all that, so you can make your guy look as, you know, sick or, you know, however you want him to look. But yeah, no, definitely it was fun. I only played it one day because A, I had to go down to Hollister this weekend, and B, none of the boys had it, so it was kind of like, all right, I'll play this is fun, but I need Hatch here shitting on kids because that'll make it a lot better.
I'm sorry, bro, I was so busy. I was like, I you know, I would have sat to shoot me get a code, but I was like, oh man, I'm so fucking busy. I texted Ryan, I was like, yo, try to give me one.
Well, that's why I was like, you know, it's locked to the accounts, but I told him the thing, and yeah, it's and I get it. They wanted the closed beta to be full of people who are actually, you know, they're actively playing it, so they can test their server load. You know, they can get feedback from people. You know, as we've seen with like the paintball games, it's very important to have people try it and give you feedback and tell you what they like, what they don't like.
Paintball people playing a paintball game, and they are not afraid to voice their opinion on that shit. That is for sure.
Yeah, that's
one,
definitely
they
true.
Are not afraid to. That one's insane.
That's gamers as a whole. Let's be real.
I agree. It's funny because it's like there's gamers and there's the paintball players where it's like, you know, they're like hyper critiquing
together.
it.
Yeah.
Right. They're hyper critiquing it, and I'm like, it's a game, buddy. You know. It's like if you want it to be super realistic, just go play fucking real life paintball. But obviously, you know, it's a game, right? So it's not gonna be anywhere near the same as real life. Unless you get like a bodysuit where, you know, get shocked.
Honestly, like Snapshot's probably pretty similar. I haven't been able to play it, but because it is VR, it gives you a little more of that like one-to-one type nature. But yeah, I mean, we were just talking about that with sports games at the beginning of the show. It's more fun if they're kind of arcadey and it's not like this super ultra realism simulator.
And the thing is, you can still have that. Just give us the derpy mode, you know, on the side.
Yeah.
Give me some up, down, left, right, A, B, B, C, you know what I'm saying, dude? I'm trying to get some cheat codes.
That's not the Konami code. That's not the Konami code. It's up, down, left, right, A, B, start, select.
Well, I got BBC in there, so I'm good.
The British Broadcasting Company, right?
Exactly, that's what I meant.
Yeah, 100%. Where's your brain at, Brandon?
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
No, nothing. It was
fucking freak.
You know, England, whatnot.
Speaking of Borderlands type art style, there is a new Borderlands that was announced today. That was part of the opening night live ceremony. Borderlands 4 has officially been released, or not released, announced. Very excited for it. Another update, if you guys are on PC and you have Steam, Borderlands 3 is $5 on Steam right now.
Pick that shit up.
When I first played it, I played it on Xbox, so I grabbed a copy today. Definitely going to go back and, you know, just kind of when I have some extra time, go through that a little bit. If you want, they have their whole DLC pack, which is like every DLC for the game, which is $24. Normally it's like 100 and something, so they're on a pretty big, you know, deal right now because they knew they were announcing the new game.
When we're done, I'll install it, Ryan. When we're done, I'll install Borderlands 3 right as soon as we're done.
Great.
Yeah, go for it, bro. That'd be fun to play a co-op of that. I know you can't on your laptop, Brandon.
I got it on my Xbox. I got it on my Xbox.
We could crossplay.
Can we?
Can we?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Black Ops 3. Borderlands 3 is crossplay.
Let's fucking go, Brando. Brando's gonna play on like his Kinect mic and shit. Can you guys hear me? Hey, can you guys hear me? It's gonna sound like shit.
Right from across the room, like.
Goddamn, dude.
No, that,
You know-
that would be fun. But yeah, so I'm gonna jump in, do another playthrough just because I played it when
It's
it first came
nostalgic,
out,
bro.
and
Yeah.
I haven't played any of the DLC or any of that, so I was like, fuck it, you know, it's the perfect time. It's pretty cheap, so yeah, that'll be my new game to kind of play when I have some time.
I didn't finish Borderlands 3. I got it when it came out because I loved Borderlands. Yeah, I never finished it, so I didn't play the DLC either. But it was last week we were talking about Borderlands, right, Ryan? Yeah, after the show. It was,
yeah.
Oh, dude,
We're talking about the OG Borderlands, yeah.
Oh, the first
Do you
one
want
and
to
the
talk
second
about how
one.
the movie
yeah.
bombed?
We
I
don't
haven't
talk
seen
about
it.
the movie. Fuck the
Dude,
movie.
that was-
I never want to talk about it. It was a bad piece of media.
Yeah, I don't even understand.
Yeah, it didn't exist. But BL4, excited about that.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for that, too.
Absolutely.
That's like one where you have to get it.
When Borderlands 3 came out, that was when I lived in Vegas, and at the time I was working at a job where I was like the foreman on a construction project. We were doing an LED wall install on the outside of this building in Treasure Island, and it was fun. But one of the things that ended up happening was like, all right, I'd bring all the guys in, make sure they all like have their stuff, make sure they were good to go. And then they just start working. And so it was like, I was just kind of sitting there. So around like day 3 or 4, I started just bringing my Xbox in and connecting it to one of the computers like in their extra desk. And I was just playing, Borderlands all night. And then, if one of them texted me like they needed, approval on something, I just run up and, let them know. But yeah, that's what I did for like 3 weeks of work. I was just, kind of playing Borderlands and, checking in on the guys. God, I miss Vegas. Fucking COVID. I didn't take everything away from me.
Dude, COVID really was like, it was like a love-hate, Some people like, sure, you got a little bit more time off, but then it's like, then you get like the brain rot of just being, not
the
stimulated.
world as a whole is so much more brain rotted now.
Oh, dude, it is so bad, bro. What I'm really curious about is the people who got their fucking medical degrees during COVID. Because those motherfuckers cheated on their...
Yeah. Right before.
Dude.
Hey, I got it right before.
Okay.
Hey, because how many people do online classes and cheat like motherfuckers.
So-
Use Quizlet for all their answers. Dude,
So-
ChatGPT exists now too.
so often, bro.
So I'm like right now I'm working with, we have a residency program that I work with the residents at some of the facilities I'm at, and as they progress in the residency, I'm like working with the newer ones, and like now I'm hitting the ones and working with the ones that are graduating through during COVID, right? And it's interesting to hear them talk about their experience in the hospital and everything, and school and graduation versus everyone else that had that traditional like residency shit. It is cool, and some of that shit does factor in of like, I don't know if I trust you with my surgeries just yet.
That's
buddy.
what I'm saying, dude. I'm like, are we really gonna be able to trust these motherfuckers to operate on my heart? Like if I need it, are these the guys that are gonna be? If I get what's that shit called, appendicitis? Are they gonna be able to pull it out?
That's actually a pretty simple surgery, right?
It really is,
Are they gonna be able to do it?
Yeah,
That's a real
I was
question.
like that, because it's
Don't
like
worry,
right
the robot
towards
does
the
it.
top. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
No,
Goddamn robots taking our jobs.
Cosworth back there.
exactly.
He's got Mr. Handsy. He's got like the saw
Damn,
blades
dude.
on. He's gonna cut you up.
That's a
They
good
got robots
reference.
at that sushi place that's like, or that Korean barbecue place that we go to sometimes. Like, dude, they got robots
Exactly.
in the operating room, bro. They're taking the jobs, bro. It's over for
Yeah,
us.
that and AI. They're gonna take our damn jobs.
Yeah, sooner or later it's gonna be FTS Robot Edition. There's gonna be Cyborg Ryan, Cyborg Brando.
Hatch, don't act like that wouldn't be your favorite day ever. When we don't even have to show up to make episodes of the show. It's
Not
just-
even, bro.
It
Dude,
happens in the background.
This is some shit that I truly love, bro. I love being able to come on every week, being able to vent, be myself with the boys. With all of us have different opinions on everything, right? No, none of us are all like, oh yes, dude, yes sir. None of us are yes men, right? All of us will come together, and if we talk about something, like if Ryan brings an idea, then it's like me and Brando's basic job to like not hyper critique it, but be like, okay, how is it going to work, right? And just same thing with him, right? When we bring ideas to him, right? It's a good dynamic that we have, and a lot of places probably don't have this dynamic realistically.
Yeah. No, I like our working relationship. I don't know if it's the best podcast topic, but yeah, no, it's I do like how we're able to work together. fuck, we were talking about
We're talking about gaming.
Yeah, we
We're
were
way
talking
off
about.
topic.
Fuck, god damn it, you got me off of
My
that.
bad,
But
bro, my
I
bad.
like Hatch's hype. Yeah, no, this show is fun to do. It's cool. I was gonna say we had a lot of people join up for the Brody episode. A lot of people started following on the Instagram and checking that out. So appreciate you guys. Hope we give you some good content to stick around with.
Yeah, and Papa Louie.
Yeah, he
Louie.
followed us. I saw that.
Let's go.
If you were expecting another paintball heavy episode, well, you're not familiar with From the Sidelines. We talk about whatever the fuck we want. This week, it appears to be gaming. We will talk about paintball a little bit later on. These boys had a street ball event, so
That shit was lit.
there's some fun stories from that. But finishing up with kind of the Gamescom stuff, they announced a whole bunch of games today.
Warhammer, dude.
Yeah, like I said, Borderlands 4, Mafia, the Old Country, that's a new Mafia game, like Mafia 2, Mafia
Simulator.
3. Indiana Jones is making their own game, The Great Circle, which actually is voiced by Troy Baker, who is one of the best voice actors in video
Really?
games. So
That's actually pretty
that
sick.
made me a little more excited for that. Hatch, you pointed out Dying Light the Beast. That's a new zombie survival type game.
One that didn't show up on there, but it's coming for sure, that I talked about also on the pre-show is, dude, Dead Rising Remastered. Like the old school, like that was like the original, like go in and kill random shit with whatever is necessary. Like
Dead
that.
Rising, I
so
think
good, dude.
I never got to play the first one, the mall one. I played the second one, which was like the amusement park, right?
Yep,
Am I right on that? Yeah.
Basically.
Really? I thought 2 was also at the mall.
Was 2 also at the mall?
I think it may be at a different. I think it's at a mall, but it's like the Mall of America type shit where there's like
because I
roller
remember there
coasters
being
and
like
stuff.
a roller coasters and like there was a clown that you had to fight in the second one, and like there was some cool bosses. Dead Rising had some awesome gameplay mechanics with the whole time system where like you actually had to do things at a certain time or else your daughter would die. Like it was
only certain survivors were like available at night. Only certain survivors were available on this day. Honestly, just an overall just like that's like a free roam game in a way, right?
A very, very well done, like old school zombies game. So that would be cool if they, remaster it, bring it back up to life, get some new voice acting and stuff in it. So yeah, excited about that too. They did announce Dune Awakening, which is an MMO around Dune. It actually looked kind of crazy, like because the whole spice currency and the fights and all that. Like I think there could be some interesting things there, but it is an MMO, so I probably won't touch it. That's not really my genre. Let's see, Path of Exile 2, which it's similar to Diablo. They've been going with Path of the Exile for like 10 years. It's another one of those games that they just keep updating, so they're finally deciding to make a new version. So that would be kind of cool for some people.
So Batman Arkham Shadow, that one I think is going to be pretty sick, because I'm curious on if they're going to stick with the same timeline. I didn't watch the trailer or anything, right? So I'm curious if they're going to stick with the whole timeline with Arkham Knight and all that, right? With those other games. The ending to that one, what the fuck?
Yeah,
where are we
I don't
going
know
with
how
that?
they're going to bring that back.
I'm not trying to spoil anything.
I was also editing while watching the live stream this morning, so that was one of the trailers. I was like, I don't fully care. And I just like focused on my editing monitor. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Let's see, other games on this list. Dude, Genshin Impact, bro. Got some new heroes in that. Oh,
hell yeah.
Dude, the biggest cash grab of all time. No More Room in Hell 2, another zombies game. They're bringing back.
I'm a nerd for zombies game, bro. Like, I'm a nerd for zombies games. They're never going to remaster Left 4 Dead 2 because that shit's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we all know Valve doesn't make 3s. They don't make the third version of their game.
They just
Fortress
remaster.
2,
They just
Left 4 Dead
remaster.
2, Half-Life 2, or Counter-Strike 2. Yeah, like Dota 2. They've never made a third version of a game. So yeah, that'll be cool to see. No Room in Hell. See how that looks. Civ 7, Brandon.
Hell
There's a
yeah.
new Civilization game that was finally announced, so that'll be kind of cool. I remember playing on that same setup, the backyard baseball setup, the white CRT and everything. We had like, I think it was Civ 2 or 3 on that, so it was it was fun to play that back in the day. Starfield, you can finally like drive a rover in Starfield. So anyone who played Starfield and got to the moon and then realized they had to run around everywhere, there's finally a vehicle for you to use, so that's cool. Let's see other games on this. Age of Mythology, that's getting a remaster. It's kind of cool. Marvel Rivals, which is a new like Overwatch type game, so it's like a 5v5. Everyone plays a different character.
We'll see how
you're
that
trying to
shit
do
works.
stuff. Yeah, I know that's not really our genre here. Honkai Star Rail, they announced some new shit, more anime games. We love those. But no, Diablo 4, they announced their DLC for that.
Oh, you're gonna be all over that,
anything. I don't know. Diablo,
really?
I jump into Diablo like every 6 months because they usually like update things enough that it's all pretty different. So I'll jump in with like Rye Guy and he'll just take me through and get me power leveled, and then we'll like run some shit for a little bit, and then I come out of it because you could spend way too much of your life grinding in that game and it's just not worth it. Dragon Ball Z, there's a new Dragon Ball game.
Yelling contest.
You gotta jump on that.
Yelling contest.
Yeah, Kamehameha! Also, so I'm probably not gonna play this game. I actually think Hatch, you might like this game. Black Myth Wukong. It looks like a Souls type like game.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people asking me about it. I've had a lot of people ask me if I'm gonna play that one because I just 100%ed Elden Ring not that long ago, right? And so some
Ladies
people,
and gentlemen, give him a round of applause for that. That is,
right.
There we go. There we go.
Holy shit, it works, boys. Let's go.
Finally got
Right?
that to work again.
So I 100%
go,
Elden
XLR.
Ring, right? And so it showed it on my Steam profile, and I immediately started getting messages like, dude, you need to play fucking the Wukong game. And I'm like, shit, dude.
I've seen a lot of people excited for it. It's just one of those things that it's not getting me because it's just, yeah, it's not my type of game. But it does look great. Like, I'll say that. The trailer looked really cool. Give them that.
That's one of those games where it's kind of like Ghost of Tsushima, where it's just going to be like so visually appealing, where obviously Ghost of Tsushima was a 10 out of 10, right? But I wonder if that's going to be the kind of game where the main focus is visuals, which obviously is the biggest downfall of some games. But,
dude, I kind of want to check out Dave the Diver, which is like an indie game where you play as a diver who like is running a sushi bar, so you gotta like collect fish and like keep your sushi bar up. But they announced today like a whole bunch of crossovers between other games, so like you'll see characters from other games in that game now. It may be one of those I spend, an hour or two playing. I think it's like a $15 indie game, so don't, this isn't like a AAA game or anything like that.
Interesting.
But that was one that it caught my attention a little bit. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Let's see, Sniper Elite, there's another one of those, so if you like shooting people at a long distance and seeing your bullet travel for 5 seconds, you can do that.
that's so accurate.
Dude, that game was cool when it first came out, but that was like 12 years ago, and they have not updated a single thing, so it just doesn't feel...
the fucking the nut shot, bro. You shoot someone in the balls and you can like see their testicles just fucking explode. I remember that shit was pretty vivid.
But yeah, Brandon, have you looked at this list? Is there anything that stood out to you?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I just clicked on the Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah, that one might also... That caught my eye a little bit, too.
Interesting. Did you say Dying Light? A new Dying Light game?
Yeah.
I think one of the first ones I mentioned, but yeah,
Gotcha.
new Dying
Called
Light.
Dying Light the Beast or something like that.
Yeah.
Which, what even is that?
I think it's like you're infected.
I think so. I hope it's not
the
going to be
trailer.
like...
That's kind of what I picked up. Like you have powers or something.
He has one yellow eye. And so I'm like,
Something's
how are they
going on
going to
here.
make this?
Yeah.
What is the Dying Light
what is
lore?
this? Delta Force Hawk Ops? I don't know.
Yeah, I played the alpha for that.
Did you?
Essentially, Delta Force, it's trying to combine like Black Ops 2040, or not Black Ops, Battlefield 2042 and Tarkov. There literally is an extraction game mode. I played it in the alpha. It's cool. The Battlefield mode was fun, but it's not doing anything new or exciting, if that makes sense. Like it's just kind of like, all right, this is cool. It feels like a good polished Battlefield, honestly. And we, Battlefield 2042, we haven't had that in a little bit. So there definitely was like, I had some fun playing it, but not something I'd like spend money on and keep grinding for a while.
I do like me a good Battlefield game. But the Civ 7 and the fucking Borderlands 4 is what I'm really excited about.
I'm definitely most excited about Borderlands 4. They didn't give a month. They just said 2025, so it'll probably be towards the end of next year that we're able to finally play
Christmas
it.
come up, you know what I'm saying?
Probably. But dude, it was funny because I was watching the trailer and at first I was like, the graphic style, like, kind of looked like Borderlands, but it was also like this couldn't be Borderlands. Like I just didn't know what it was. And then it ends with a dude grabbing the Psycho mask and like slowly revealing it to you. And I was just like, oh, we're back. We're
You didn't
fucking
recognize
back,
Pandora?
baby. Because you watch it, you couldn't. It's not really Pandora. It's like a black night with you just see like this forest, and then you see like some of the like the purple shit coming as like the worlds are tearing up.
Yeah, see.
But yeah, no, me and Brandon, we talked about it actually in our post show last week for like an hour. But the original Borderlands, finally getting to the vault and realizing that it's not a vault, it's a monster that you have to fight. And this was before like huge YouTube and everything, so like I actually experienced that in real time. Like I didn't have that spoiled for me. So
I like doing that, dude. I like doing that. I try to avoid that.
But I was gonna say when was it Alex Steele or something like that? She's one of the Steele Corporation. She goes to put the key in, and then it's just stabbed, and you're like, what the fuck?
Dude, it was so anticlimactic.
And it is funny because when you kill that boss, you get no loot. Like, it is not a good, like, it really is not that satisfying of an ending. But when you're 12 and don't know any better, you're like, oh, yeah, that's awesome.
That's fine. Yeah.
And then General Knox comes out like 6 months later and just
saved it.
Raises the bar
Fucking
of like
saved it.
The amount of dopamine that you get. And this was when we didn't have TikTok, so our dopamine receptors were still kind of working.
I don't think there's ever been a DLC after that to like really hit that peak of General Knox.
General Knox is maybe one of the best DLCs of all time. Like, I'll stand by that. And yes, there's probably better examples. Obviously, Elden Ring is right up there in that conversation. But General Knox, for what it was at the time, it was such a good piece of game content.
And the rewards you got was just so like it. Again, Ryan, it kept going and going and going and
you
going.
had 5 minutes.
Oh fuck,
and you're just
dude.
trying to open. And this is what I mean with the dopamine, because it was so many chests. You were just like, hit X, hit X, hit X, hit X. All right, any legendaries? No legendaries. Keep going. Hit X, hit X, hit X. And you just
pure
farm
reward.
through at that.
Pure
And the
reward.
other thing, it also brought us Cromarax, one of the first real raid bosses in Borderlands. So like another example of like this huge loot dopamine type feeling that we just didn't have before that. So, God, the original Borderlands is up there as one of my games of all time.
Damn straight. Fucking hell.
I like Borderlands 2. I feel like that one at that time was so good.
I played a lot more Borderlands 2 than 1, but I loved 1.
For sure.
I think Borderlands 2 is objectively a better game, but I think just for like a personal, when it hit me in my time, like
That's
I liked
nostalgia, for
Borderlands
sure.
1 more.
Yeah.
But dude, I remember watching the E3 presentation, Randy Pitchford on stage showing us the dam level and showing like the different gun mods and everything, and how like they were all different, the multiple barrels on one and stuff. Like, dude, that is just parts of my childhood that I'll never forget. It was that E3 presentation, and then waiting for like a year and a half to finally be able to play through it.
Jesus. Yeah.
They don't do it like they used to.
I'm gonna play Borderlands 3 tonight. I'm starting up the story tonight, and I'm gonna edit this podcast and then get into that.
I gotta install it tonight. It's like 127 gigs or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's a big boy game.
Yeah,
and you can get it for $5 right now. Use promo code MafiaProductions. You'll get nothing off.
Yep.
It's not a real promo code.
Use FTS to get spit on.
I need that Steam affiliate link.
Sheesh, dude. One day.
So yeah, if any of that we talked about interests you, go check out Gamescom opening night live. It was a huge event they had today. It's like a 2-hour long stream if you want to watch it. Also, they brought my girl in to commentate for it. We love that. Shout out Shocks, one of the best esports commentators in the business. Jeff Keighley usually does it by himself, but decided he needs some extra help this year, and he picked the right woman for the job.
Agreed.
She's an esports commentator. She's very knowledgeable. She knows what she's
doing.
She
knows exactly what she's talking about.
Yeah, she's a very, and she's
Familiar
very well
face in the
spoken
league.
as well. And it was funny. She's born and raised in Germany, and Gamescom's in Germany. So at the end, she's like, Jeff, can I upstage you and say something in German real quick? And like, gives this fluent thing, and the whole crowd's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And Jeff's just standing there like,
I'm here
one
too.
day, I'm learning. Like,
I'm here too.
Because he opened the show with saying like a line in German, and it was funny. You could tell like it was kind of a little rough, but that is cool. He's trying to learn the culture he's in.
Absolutely, that's sick. Oh man, boys, what do we get into the good old fashioned street ball now? Is that what we're getting into?
Yeah, we could do that. We got a special shout out to give with this section tonight.
Oh, I do.
I'll let you handle that.
Yeah,
Ash.
I do. Right. So let me explain what street ball was for people who do not know. Right. Basically, street ball is a thing where you could be anybody who's anybody. Right. You don't even.
You could be a nobody.
You could be a somebody. You could be a nobody. It could be your very first time playing paintball. There were people like that out there. It was awesome, right? And so basically we get everybody that shows up in a line, and all 8 of the DMG members of the semi-pro team are captains, and we do the good old-fashioned backyard pick. All right, I want you next. He wants you.
It's like in backyard baseball when you would put your hands on the bat, and whoever got top got to pick first. Hey, turn it back in. I'm good at throwbacks.
All right, you know what? It's actually really funny. You want to know how we decided how we picked first?
My idea. It was my idea.
So it was not Brando's idea.
Whoa, I said it, motherfucker.
Okay, fine. He goes, we're going shortest to tallest. So who do you think got to pick first?
Yes, Brandon.
Yeah.
Damn
and
straight.
now I got, so you know another thing, I'm not the shortest guy in the world, right? But I got to pick second. Now that was when I realized I was like, damn, I got some tall ass guys on my team. Holy shit.
I was gonna say fucking Marv probably picked last.
No, Paul.
No,
Marv
Paul.
was,
Oh, Paul. I
Yeah.
forget about tall Paul.
you got Paul
Dude.
and AJ.
Yeah, and
Is
then
AJ taller than Marv?
Yeah.
yeah. And
Damn, okay.
dude, Evan Wong is also almost taller than Marv, right? He was like that. They were
Barely.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Sorry,
really
Evan.
close.
I haven't spent much time with Evan this year, so I don't. Yeah, like I don't have a perfect image of like how tall he is and stuff.
He's alright. He's a pussy. He's alright. But so yeah, we basically we got our teams, and man, dude, it was an absolute roller coaster. It was insane. Which I hate roller coasters, but it was awesome. Street ball was awesome.
We know.
There were some teams that were definitely good. Brando's was one of those teams that was on paper stacked.
I had some
Yes.
help from my players, my fellow players, telling me like, hey, we should either get this guy or this guy. I'm like, I like the way he looks. Come on, you know.
Yeah.
It definitely helped. I will say, my number 1 overall pick, I stepped down from the stage and I said, initially said, I'm not picking anyone over 5'9" because I need people more my height.
Yep.
And then I asked for the highest bidder, and just one guy raised his hand, some random guy, never seen him before, you know, not in paintball gear. Picked him. Name was Brandon. Perfect guy.
Hell
We
yeah.
do love that. I
Right.
was gonna say you pick no one over 5'9" and then realize none of your team can play over a brick.
I know, yeah. And then
You're
I chose
fuck, this was not a good idea.
I chose the tallest guy on trees, City of Trees, Christian, and
Yeah.
he's fucking tall ass motherfucker. I had him playing the
Yeah.
snake though, so it I didn't use his height. Whatever.
Yeah.
Offset
right,
mine.
So we all came up with pretty cool team names, right? Brando, what was yours?
Oh, it's the B team. Always the B team.
Facts.
The
And
best
then-
team.
Oh, there's a reason why it's called the B team. Let me just
Bravo
say.
team. And then the hatchets, right?
Right, so
Is that
I
what
was
you go
called the
with?
Hatchets. So, but they were like, dude, we're like a band. We're like, you're Hatch.
band
We're the
of merry
Hatchettes.
men.
We're like,
Hatch
we're like
and
the
the
Hatch and the
Hatchettes.
Hatchettes. Right, so I was
I
like,
like
I was
that.
like, damn, all right, I like that shit. Right, so
Frankie Valley in the Four Seasons.
He
Right.
he kept yelling like hatchets. I was like, I kept turning
Yep,
to people
I'm
and be like, is he saying faggots? I like.
Oh, dude, let me tell you, wild day it was. And
Who was on your team, Hatch?
so I had the legend, bro, Mike Ryan. Let me just say, keep that in your mind, everybody. Keep
Pick
that
them.
fucking name in your head.
One of our most consistent listeners of the show,
Oh,
a Patreon
dude.
Mike?
member. We absolutely love Mike over here.
Mike, no, you better know. I was ready to pick you. Hatch
No,
just had the pick
he
right before me.
wasn't.
You had the
No,
pick
he
right before
wasn't,
me.
dude.
You had the pick right before me.
So be it, dude. So right,
This
I
is
would
like
say
two
I'm
dads
pretty
fighting
sure.
over a son.
So Mike Ryan was my second round draft pick, right? My first round draft pick was the airsoft kid, Gavin. That was the kid who.
Little Gavin. Yeah.
Yep. I was
Gavin
like, all right.
Day, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to give him a
And
shout out.
Absolutely right. Kid's gonna be a
He's
baller.
only an all-star like airsoft player who's
He's
transitioning
the guy
over.
who carries his whole fucking team on his back for airsoft. Let me just say, but yeah. So I had Gavin, Let me look at my roster. I had a picture.
God damn it, you forgot. That's what happened. He remembered.
No, I'm so bad with names, bro.
So
I'm actually
else,
so
I'm
bad
sorry.
with names, right? So
Yeah.
Did you have a Storm player?
No, right? So I had Gavin, Mike Ryan. I had this this guy from the Devious Dogs. Dude, the Devious Dogs, bro. Those guys
Devious
fucking
Dogs.
throw down,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, they do.
Those guys
Are
fuck.
they old school dudes? I'm guessing.
No, not really.
I would
Okay.
say I would say, dude, they're actually really hungry individuals, and they're all about like they're behind the scenes, really. There are times where we're out playing on field one, you know, doing our matches, and they're on the other field like blowing up maybe half the field. You don't play in scenarios, right? So
Doing
the
some
Devious
drills and
Dogs,
stuff.
the Devious Dogs know what's up. I had I had this lady. Her dude, she was so nice. She was maybe Brando's height, maybe like 4'8", right, on a good day. And
Yeah, Brandon's actually a legal midget. Like we
Right,
don't say
and she,
that,
dude,
but
let me tell you, she was
he
my-
does
I wear
apply for
lifts.
disability.
yeah, she was
He
my
has
she
to
was my
stand on a
snake
step
player,
stool
dude.
in the surgery room. He goes up to
She-
the doctor like, "What do you need, doc?"
God damn, dude. Follow the yellow brick road. It's okay, Brando. It's okay.
we love you, Brandon. We tease because we love you.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
It's one of the thing is, right, at least we're making fun of something you can't change, bro. You know?
Hey, Brandon, you have room on a flight, all right? I don't. Joke's on me.
Duh, fuck. I guess so. Whatever.
My knees hit the seat in front of me every time.
Yeah, you're right. I could lay my head straight down on the little, plate or whatever.
No, he can't. I asked him. He said, "I'm just too tall. I'm just an inch too tall."
I'm just a little.
Aw,
too
that's
tall.
sad.
He told me that because I know for a fact Michelle could do that because I see her slipping on the plane like that. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, man? I'm so jealous.
Dude, if it's a long flight and I've already done enough time like against the wall or something, I'll just
Yeah.
lean forward on the chair. Like there'll be a certain point.
Dude,
I'm just like,
I'll
this
press
is
my
more
forehead. I'll
comfortable.
press my
Like-
forehead against it and like lean my arms up
exactly.
and just be quiet, you know?
Yeah, just
Right,
because it's
so-
a different position.
Yeah, and so okay, back to street ball, right?
Yep.
So I had a husband-wife duo. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
I unintentionally. The dude
They
his
were
name
on the
is
mess.
Tyler. Plays on the Ball Hogs, right? And I
a good team
watch these guys, the Ball Hogs, and they have like these bright pink jerseys with a
remember
fucking
them.
warthog on the front, dude. Shout out to Ball Hogs. It's cool because, dude, a lot of these teams, I don't think they've ever had like structure like that, right? And the big thing that I'm trying to convey is, since we're so new playing together, and since we're only been playing a single day together, dude, be generic, right? Use generic codes. Yo, left, right. You know what I'm saying? This bunker, what does it look
Dude.
like? A can. We're gonna call it the can.
I gotta step in with a little anecdote here. That was my hardest part about playing Mech X Ball. Fucking, I've only used like Sacramento DMG type codes like anytime
Yep.
I play.
Forever.
And then all of a sudden, all these Texas guys who have like their communal Texas calls. Guys, you don't need a call for the back left and back right. You could just say back left, back right, like, or snake corner or Dorito corner. You don't need to call it the Viper, because then what that caused was so many other problems in me, because people were saying Viper and I'm like, oh, we're good. No, we're not good. There's still someone over there.
Yeah. And
So, but that's a good point. When you're playing with new people, you got to just make it easy. Just
exactly
make it simple.
right. I was
like,
just trying to make it super easy,
have
right?
a call or two that you can make special, but yeah, don't do much.
Right, and I had to like clown everybody, right? Because I've been listening to some of my teammates like coach their guys, and like, we're calling this one the whatever the fuck they're calling it, and I'm like, all right, we're not gonna be like those dipshits over there, we're gonna actually, make it easy for us, this bunker temple. What are we calling it? The temple.
I was lucky enough. I only had like two pretty new guys. Everyone else was pretty on board with the calls, and yeah, I got lucky.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also had nasty pickup trap.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had-
yeah, there you go.
I had traps.
You know,
dude. That
Trap's
means-
trading out every single game.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
gonna get one.
guaranteed. When I
Yeah.
knew I was putting him in, I was like, I don't gotta
It'll,
worry too much.
it'll be on the wildest move you've ever seen too. He'll go back center to their like stake 40.
Yeah.
Like,
Motherfuckers running left, gun in his right hand, shooting these motherfuckers in the back like this, dude.
dude,
Gangster
I
gadding
love
them.
Trap.
I-
Shout out to Trap, man.
I had him at the last street ball event, and every point I put him in, I'm like, Trap, you know where you're at. You're
Dude,
up in the center. Do your shit.
I
Do
would
your
say,
shit. I ain't telling
Trap,
you shit.
do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have to
we're
explain.
gonna work around him.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, we're just gonna form around you, buddy. Just do your thing, and everybody else just run down the field once you see them trade out.
Yeah, playoff is chaos.
And
He still plays paintball like there's a wall. Like he's going to get his trade done. That's his job every point.
So I had some other noobs on my team. I had this kid named Colin, cool kid, right? Definitely new. This guy named Chris. He was like, hey man, just letting you know if you pick me, this is my second time playing ever, and I want to disclose that. And I was like, sounds like the perfect headshot to me. You know what I'm saying? Right, so it was just an overall sick day. And
meanwhile, he like loses a 1v1, comes back to the pits. Hatch is just giving it to him, just like, why are you kidding me, man?
No, I was very tame. I was very, very tame.
No, I know, but that's how you would normally be. So
absolutely,
it's like,
absolutely. There were times where I'm like,
if Micah loses a 1v1, he's getting shit on.
Absolutely, that guy does not. That guy gets it.
I think it's for other reasons though. It's not just him.
Absolutely, right? But
Brandon got it. Thank you, Brandon.
So Brando, why don't absolutely, right?
How close to the line are we gonna get tonight, boys?
That's fine. That's fine. So Brando, why don't you tell him what happened? Like nearing the end of the day, why don't you tell him what I heard?
All right. Look,
this shit was blasphemous, hitting my eardrums.
Wait, what did you? Our game? You're talking about our game? Okay, yeah. So
I will say before we get there, like, were you guys doing good during the day? Like, who was winning? Who was losing? Like,
so my team ended up. So we played a total of 8 games. So my team ended up 5-3.
Okay, yeah, that's a winning record. That's pretty good.
Not bad at all, right?
Yeah, random
and
together.
I think 2 of those losses were against Cedar's team. Because Cedar, that motherfucker would go 50 snake and fucking kill 2 people and get shot. How the fuck do you lose when somebody does that, bro? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
This shit's so easy.
So he was just playing the one all day,
right?
just fucking
exactly, he was playing the one. He was doing it great, right? He was doing it great, getting 2 kills, pushing the limits, getting shot. And then everybody else would fall into the snake.
He was being the ABJ of that squad,
basically, right? So shout out to him. Cedar was fucking my team up, right? I remember there was one team. There was one. I was like, all right, guys, this is what we're gonna do. I blinked and the point was over. We got fucked up so fast. But I remember someone was like, oh, dude, I think we got the fastest point of the day, and I was like, nah.
Fastest point against?
Dude, like, we got smoked way faster than you guys smoked them for sure, right?
And Brandon, how did your team do?
We ended up 4-4.
4-4, so dead even on the day.
Yep, and that was because of the very last game we played. So here's the thing. So whoever was making the schedule, they were making it as we go. You know,
maybe 4 games at a time.
Event.
Yeah, 4 games at a time.
Yeah,
just make it up as we go. The rules don't matter. You know,
exactly.
Points don't matter.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
So
shout out that fucking shithole.
So we, I think we were only scheduled like 7 games, or we were, or something like that. And
yeah, so we were scheduled 7 games, but me and Brando's team were shorted by 1 match.
Yeah, I go up and I to make my guys even that they played enough games evenly. I was like, hey, do you want to play one more? They're like, yeah. I was like, all right, who do you want to play? And Graylin, who was on my team, he goes, I want to play Hatch's team. I was like, all right, do you want to play Hatch or do you want to play Hatch's team? He goes, I want to play Hatch's team.
Had to clarify.
I was like, okay. Yeah. So all right. So I went over and I asked Hatch if his team was down to play.
I said, Hatch's gear up.
Yeah.
Didn't even ask.
Yeah. So we go on, and Hatch and I make a bet. The last game of the day, just so happened to be that we were both 4-3 at that point. Then now,
yeah,
no, and now, yeah. And he goes, whoever loses is game. Absolutely.
This is a common thing said around the Sacramento DMG
and so
camp.
I walked over, I walked over, shook his hand, I said, "May the gays lose."
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Right? And so, dude, and let me tell you,
he's gonna hate this episode as much as Brandon's death.
Dude, the fucking roller coaster of emotions that we fucking had at that point, bro.
Man.
Dude, Brando's team, dude. Let me tell you, like I said earlier, Brando had his starting 5. Dude, they were all starters on their local CEPL teams.
It was a stacked team that I put up against Hatch.
Dude, they were. Dude, he put his best team against me, right? And I'm like, all right, Hatchettes, line 2, we're going in, boys. Line 2, dude. So let me tell you, dude, bro, his fucking guy. So his guys, they go 50 snake off the break, shoot 3 of my guys, like, in the first 10 seconds. And I'm like, dude, in my mind, I'm like, well, that was fucking quick. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, well, I might as well give up Brando a hug now and just say, all right, well, I'm gay.
Well, I was going to say, if you guys were like, playing a tournament, you would have toweled that point 100%. You would have
For sure,
like,
it was fast.
All right, we're just going to redo that
like,
breakout.
First 10 seconds, like, and Gavin was in that point, right? And he gets smoked in the, like, 10 seconds. And I'm like, oh, my God, right? So, this kid, Aaron, and Mike Ryan. I hope you guys remember that name that I said earlier, right? Bringing it up again. This fucking guy. So it's like 5-on-2 in favor of Brando's team.
I was like,
right. So then they shoot. So these 2 guys that are on my team ended up shooting 2 players on theirs. So then, but the one of them trades out, right? So at that point, 1-on-3 with Mike Ryan in the snake corner, bro. Motherfucker started wheeling and dealing. Like, they gave him 3 individual 1-on-1s. And Mike Ryan said, you want some? How about you? You want some too? And, dude, it was insane, bro. I'm like, I see him get 1. I'm like, ooh, that was nasty, bro. That was a good game, bro. Good game. Get the second one. I'm like, holy shit, he's gonna win. Motherfucker goes from the snake corner straight up to like the right 50 brick, and is just dominant over the brick, dumping paint on this last guy. And I am like, yes. So he's like pushing through, shoots the guy, and then Brando's guy ends up shooting him way after. Apparently, from according to Edric. He got like shot in the back and then shot him, but whatever.
Yeah, Mike shot him in the foot, and Edric's like sitting there like calling him out, and then he comes out on the other side and shoots Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, bruh, right? So let me tell you, dude, I lost it. I was like, I was gonna be humble, but he just gave it to me on a silver platter. Right? How could I be, dude? And let me tell you, I know for a fact this pissed Brando off. It pissed his team off. I turned around, did the fucking Fortnite take the fucking L, dude. Bro. Dude. And let me tell you, so after that, I was on the other side of the nets, like saying GG to Brando and his teams. I put my fist up to the net to fist bump him for a good game. And none of them gave me a fucking fist bump. And I was like, God damn, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah,
dude.
couple of my guys walk over, they're like, sorry, Brando. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude. That's all right. And
Mike Ryan clutched for me, dude.
Oh, you know who? Fuck the 1-on-1, the last body that Mike won that 1-on-1 with. Fuck, it was Grayland too. He was wanting to play you guys. God damn it!
Oh,
and he got hit in the foot. He got hit in the foot, and I walked over and I grabbed his shoulders. I was like, dude, you gotta fucking get rid of it.
Yeah, dude, they don't count. The foot don't count when you're in that precious of a situation, bro.
Yeah, if you get shot in the foot, rub it against the bunker. Come on, let's go.
Tuck it.
Come on, everyone knows this.
Shit, you don't hear on Play the Game,
shots
bro.
And barrel shots, they don't count, okay?
Yeah, just tuck it, bro. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a scumbag sometimes, right? I'm not afraid to admit it.
I'm glad you could admit it. I will say, so there's like twofold of what happened here. A, we got to give a shout out to Mike Ryan. Dude, you win a 1v3, you're a beast. I don't care who you are. If you're able to actually pick up 3 1v1s and win them all, you fucking goddamn beast.
And you should not be playing D5, Mike. You should not be playing
you shouldn't.
D5.
Mike, stop sandbagging. We believe in you. You're better. On the other coin, do we not know how to communicate on Brandon's team?
Oh,
it's pretty damn
dude,
easy.
They were literally dead ass quiet. They were so quiet.
Hey guys, I'm now in the 50. He's on me.
Yeah,
you guys can move.
So when it was a 2-on-1 and Mike filled out to the snake corner, my guy that was mirrored up with Mike, it was our back left. So he yelled back
he said
right.
Back right.
And
Yes.
then he yelled back left.
Fucked it up.
So my Dorito guy, Grayland, he thought it was a 2-on-2. So when Mike came marching down, he was playing the can as if it was a 2-on-2.
Which also is on Grayland, because he should know what the kill count is at that point. I mean, if you guys have been calling it all game. I will say, this is a great example. Communication wins fucking games, kids. All right? Talk to your fucking teammates. You're not going to win anything if you're just holding the info for yourself.
Absolutely, right? Yep, dude, straight up, bro. Dude, bro, I was ecstatic. Dude, I went home with the greatest smile on my face, bro. Dude, I put on good old fashioned chip scarlet, my shiny teeth in me. I was going hard, dude.
Dude, here's how happy Hatch was. I was down in Hollister working on the cheer gym. Like, I was doing some more marketing material with them. Hatch FaceTimed me, and I was like, oh shit, what's going on? Okay, yeah, let me go take this. So I went over to the other gym, and Hatch is just like, man, you missed out. Mike Ryan's a goat. And I was like, what happened? And he gives me the whole rundown. But what I find funny is, so I hang up on Hatch, we had the call, it was great. I instantly text Mike Ryan and I'm like, bro, you're a fucking legend. Like, that's awesome, dude. What in a 1-on-3? This humble ass dude, I got lucky. I was like, no, take that, bro. Like, you can take that W, all right? If you win a 1-on-3, you can take that.
He was playing good, right? And then let me tell you something. One thing I learned about Mike Ryan, right? So this is my first time ever working with him closely like that. Dude, the guy has a good head on his shoulders to where he will easily listen, right? And obviously, you know what they say on every fucking Pro Paintball podcast, you flow state. Get into that flow state. Right, and that's one thing
just because all of them have done psychedelics, but yeah,
right, and let me tell you, that was one thing that I was like able to kind of convey to him, where I'm like, and it was a good lesson that he learned, where he was like, oh, I felt like I could kind of flow here, then he got shot off the break, and I was like, dude, sometimes false sense of flow, you know what I'm saying?
False sense of flow.
Yeah,
I love that quote. That's a great one.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that one down for code word. For sure.
Honestly, have you guys seen the Pixar movie Soul?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like, I actually really liked that movie when I first watched it, because that whole like zone that you get in, I 100% feel that with like when you're editing at times, where it's like you just, when you get the right, all the pieces come together and you can just kind of lock in for like 2 hours and get it all tight and ready, and then you look up and you're like, I need to go to fucking bed. You're like, Jesus Christ, it's now 3 a.m. Holy shit.
Yeah, damn, boys, what did I say? Flow? What was that word? The phrase that I just said?
False sense of flow.
False sense of flow. Dude, I was...
Oh, I know what the code word of this week is.
No.
I know Hatch too well. Speaking of, Brandon, I guess street ball. Did you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Dude, honestly, if you want to come out and have a good time, dude, all of us are more than willing to like help anybody that wants to. It was honestly great, because some of these teams, some of these people have never had structure like that, right? Some of them, like some of the guys, they've never played 5-man, right? So that was their first experience in an organized 5-man fashion, which, I was trying to, so I was looking at it like, okay, everybody's gonna have fun today, but the main thing I wanted was obviously fun, but I want everybody to take one, maybe two things away to where they think about it in every single match that they're gonna play ever, right? I was like, all right, guys, huge thing. Every time you load your pod, look around real quick, right? Just to be aware of the game, right? Or I was just like, okay, look at your teammate's body language. When you see him like this, usually that means there's somebody in the snake, right? And just explaining like just common angles and stuff like that.
Yeah, little things. Honestly, if you play the snake or you play whatever side bodies walk off on, you should know the kill count, because they have to walk in front of you. That is like your number one job, is understanding, oh, I saw 2 of their guys walk off. It's at least kill 2. Like, you can now instantly know that. That's a little, little pickup trick you can get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that overall street ball was a huge success. I had a blast, and now that was a good learning lessons for me, because it really taught me how to, talk more, how to talk better when it comes to conveying information.
Yep.
Right, because if I just explain everything the way that Chim explains it to us, to someone that's so new, they're just gonna be a fucking deer in headlights, not really know what's going on.
You have so many different levels on one team. You have to you communicate the game in different ways to each player. Mm-hmm. And it really does open your eyes. And
I mean, like, I feel like every hobby kind of has that. Like, there's the beginning understanding, and then as you get more and more into it, you understand the lingo. You understand, you're able to pick up on context more. Like, shit, dude, if I told you to like jump behind smoke Mirage, jump behind the stairs on Mirage, that means something to me. But like,
hey, I learned a little bit.
Yeah, I learned a little bit. Like, you can pick up some of these things, but that's what I mean. It's a great example of, once you spend more time with something, you start to understand the lingo. You start to understand, why people would talk about stuff, or, what they do. And I see that all the time with the pro guys. Like, they talk their own language. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a fun day. It's fucking great turnout too. Holy shit.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there.
There were many.
There were so many people there. We actually had to use a drone for the photo.
Yeah,
I saw that. That was cool.
right? So shout out to the Golden State Chess Club. Those guys were out there having a good time.
The Chess
right?
Club? Okay.
So those guys are
Who
cool.
brought the drone? Like, who
Golden
was
State
the
Chess
guy
Club.
out there?
Yeah,
it was Golden State? Okay, they were just doing their
Golden
own.
State, yeah.
I'm not too familiar with all of those guys, but hey, big fan of them. If they're out here spending money on drones and shit for paintball, that shit's sick.
Yeah, all I know is that Paul and AJ play for him, so I fuck with them.
Hell yeah, me too, brother.
Like, that's all I need to know. All right, cool. I'm a Golden State Chess Club fan. But yeah, no, all right, cool. So, street ball went well. I didn't want to transition. Brandon, did you see the cool guy of the week update that I sent you earlier in our channel?
Yes. Oh my god, dude.
I'll let you bring it in, but because they were your cool guy of the week. But yeah, I wanted to bring this topic up tonight.
I also gave him a cool guy of the week.
You did. I do. We all three had cool guys of the week.
We should definitely talk about this.
You know, mine and Hatch's might get us demonetized. So
Not if we talk about it in great detail.
well, if like we show
I'm getting more
the
scared
videos,
the fact that you guys aren't saying what's going on.
We'll get to
what
it.
I'm talking about
So,
is a couple weeks ago you made these guys cool guy of the week,
I
and
got
they
you.
have continued with their progress.
Dude, I got you. Yep, these cool guys of the week, they were the ones that were playing like World of Tanks, right? And
On the tank?
Yeah, well,
With the tank setup?
essentially like on a table, and they were loading the gun. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
they had like a power loader,
That
and like
shit
they were
was
using
sick.
soda bottles.
Badass.
And, like, yeah,
And
they had,
someone
a
like
smoke
with the
machine
wheel
and stuff.
to
real
rotate
recoil.
the turret. Well, this time Ryan, they built an actual tank inside the house, like
They've
a legit.
completed the build.
What? Dude.
Yep, they have fully, because that original one that we saw, it was just the bare bones. They had like the table set up, and they had the monitor and everything. There is now a legitimate tank set up in these
Dude,
guys' house.
it is
It is so sick,
badass.
including a driver's seat up front, a gunner seat, and then a loader seat. And
Yes.
the loader is able to hit a button on the wall, which reveals all their extra 2-liter soda bottles, which he pulls out to then
What?
load up the thing. Dude, check out that clip I sent in the group chat earlier. It is, some of the best engineering work I've ever seen to go into such a shitty game. Like, it is so impressive what they've done.
It is bad ass. Like this is. I mean, damn. Fuck, dude. The closest thing to is it augment reality?
I guess, yeah, AR. Augmented, yeah.
Dude, this is so badass.
Because like the periscope that the gunner has like pulls him into the game so
Yep.
he can see, and then like the driver has another monitor so he can like drive off it, and then the loader is just in there getting thrown around. But it is.
I love the fucking recoil, dude. Oh my
Dude,
god!
the recoil
And the
fact
smoke
that
coming
they use
out.
actual 2 liters and everything. It is. I love the caption on the video I saw was just, guys will see this and say hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
like,
Dude.
it is so awesome.
That's like fucking Fury Simulator, dude. That's
Yeah.
just sick.
exactly.
Every every shot that they're making, there's shit coming like
Shit coming? What?
crumble,
like,
not
it's
crumble, like
shaking
dust.
apart the
Yeah, dust
plywood.
coming down from the ceiling.
Like sawdust and
Yeah.
stuff is filtering
That's
in.
fucking
They're
awesome,
probably
dude.
getting a lung infection from being in there. Like, it's pretty
What?
crazy.
Dude, that shit is awesome, dude. And here we are playing fucking shooty ball. What the fuck are we doing? God damn, we
mean,
should build our own tank room.
Paintball's pretty cool. I don't
Yeah,
know,
it's
man.
alright.
Like, I'm
It's
not
alright.
gonna hate on it that much.
If you think about it,
but-
we're doing the same thing just without the tank. We're just role playing in a different way.
well, if you go to a scenario game, you can go shoot in a tank.
Oh shit, that is true, dude.
Yeah,
do.
Invasion of Normandy, they got tanks at it.
What? Damn, I need to get out to some more wreck ball shit, dude.
Shout out Living Legends. Cedar went to a Living Legends back in the day, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, because he lived by CPX at the time.
Yeah,
That's
That is
like
awesome.
on.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that
jealous.
like. I wish I could have gone to, because I was just too young at the time, and then it died out, and never. But that like 2011 to like 2014 prime Living Legends time.
Yeah.
I still show people those
Kathy
videos.
was
Bringing out the
Sanders.
bitches, fucking
Yeah.
Wolf was there leading the charge.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
the PKA guys were literally there. Like, dude, there was that would have been so much fun to play in.
that shit's awesome. They don't have bikini contests anymore.
Well,
Lame.
political correctness kind of took that away, Hatch.
We can bring it
That's
back,
fucking
Hatch.
lame.
We can bring back, let's do a wet t-shirt contest at like
Hell
some
yeah,
FTS
dude.
event.
Hell yeah, Brando goes
We'll get a
first.
whole bunch of men to come, because I'm pretty sure that's all our audience is.
It's all we need.
Men.
Hell yeah,
Brandon, do you want
boys.
to explain how you now do that in your operating room?
It is bad, dude. I love that I brought this to work. So, so at one of the surgery centers I work at, we only have 2 ORs, but we fucking pump cases out, like total knees, total hip.
Because it's like a joint center, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of
all we do is ortho there, and we fucking pump them out. Yeah, and
like
awesome.
Kendrick song.
Yeah, and so we have 2 teams going at the same time. The first OR, it's typically, it just happens, like, it's all the women nurses, women techs, like, they come in early, they're the first ones, they're the first team there, half an hour before me, they take that room. Me, the other nurse I'm with, and another tech, we're all guys, we take the second room. It's just, that's how we're scheduled, typically. So it's like the guys' room and the girls' room, you know? Well, we had this newer employee that's on orientation, and she's bouncing back and forth between the rooms. And it was like last week, she was with in the girls' room, and then Monday comes around the following week, she comes and she walks into our room. She goes, how are the boys today? And I go, boys? We're men, and like,
and everybody
just on cue. Yeah, they look and they're like, men.
Yes, dude.
Dude, it was perfect.
Do you guys have a patient on the table?
No, we wait when we do it. When we've done it with them on the table, but they're asleep.
Okay,
like,
good. Yeah.
Well,
because didn't you have to? The story you told me last week was like you had another guy like show up for the first time, and you were like,
yeah. A resident came in. And he was like, hey, he hasn't been here in a while. I was like, yo, what up? And just giving him the rundown. And like, oh, before you come in, just know, we have a thing, a chant. I'm not going to tell you it, but when you hear it, just go along.
You'll
with
know.
It. You'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know when to join. He goes, okay.
When we all start zig heiling, right? Yeah.
Dude, it shit
like,
was
where
funny.
did I get hired?
Dude, we residents, anesthesiologists, and reps.
Oh God.
We got reps coming in, and we do it in front of them, and they go, what kind of cult what the fuck?
Dude,
it's so
men
great.
listen to this and think, hell yeah.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
I love how
something
all
to your
those people
gonads.
too. All of those people probably think it's the surgeon that started that, because usually an OR is like it's the surgeon is kind of the
There's a
lead of it.
hierarchy.
Yeah.
It's his room.
There's a hierarchy for sure.
So that's funny. They're probably all like, God, what fucking sexist old dude is running this place? Meanwhile, it's Brandon who's bringing that in.
That shit's awesome, bro.
It's fucking great. I love it.
Gotta have some good camaraderie at the workplace.
the med room.
Hell yeah.
Man, I do love how
Superior
just
room.
naturally whoever schedules you guys have made like 2 sexist rooms.
Yeah, right?
Who is that
That's
guy?
how it
Who's the
happens.
scheduling manager?
Honestly, it sounds like empowerment. The girls get their room, good for them. The men get their room,
Dude,
good for them.
it is so
Empowerment.
Yeah,
nice.
it's 2024, female empowerment.
Yeah,
Dude,
they
it is
don't
so
need no
nice.
man in their
Online for
OR.
$5.
They don't need no man in their
when we
OR.
have like one doctor and we have 2 teams, one doctor, and they're bouncing back and forth between rooms, and they typically have a resident, and if they have other reps with them, they're bouncing back and forth. And when they come to our room, they're like, man, this room's just so much more laid back. And we're like, hell yeah. Dude, it's fucking...
Just so much less estrogen in the air.
yeah, a bunch of bitches over there. Come over here.
Men.
I was like, this is gonna be the one time Michelle walks in mid recording.
She's like, oh, she's like listening through the, she's like walking
We just
by.
see
listening.
Brandon get
She's
dragged
like,
off.
What did you say?
I won't say the full context, but I did witness that last week of Michelle being like, all right, let's go. And I was like, damn, okay, it's true.
Yeah, she laid down the law last week.
He's like, yeah, my ass hurts.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, Brandon gets pegged. That's what we're saying, 100%.
Hell yeah.
Whether I like it or not.
He said, if she's happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, happy wife, happy life.
Amen, dude.
This is how Brandon gets to play paintball.
Happy wife, happy life, bro.
Yeah, now you guys know why I limp. Yeah, Jesus.
Hell
Jesus.
yeah, brother. You got that good limp, though. Makes you faster.
Dude, this is one of those points where I'm like, how the fuck do we get out of this? Like, I
don't
don't
know,
know
dude.
where to
I
go
believe.
from Brandon getting pegged. So, yeah, all right. So, cool guy of the week. Shout out to those guys. They did a really cool job building that tank and putting it all together. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Please, what do you two save me? Bring up a topic. God damn.
No, okay, so I sent
I know you
Brando.
have one,
I sent
Ash.
Brando another cool guy of the week. I was like, dude,
Oh, yeah,
this
let's-
is my recommendation, right? This one was pretty insane, right? So apparently there's like a hostage situation, right? Pretty intense, right? And all these cops are like standing there doing their thing.
I think I already know which one you're talking about.
YouTube channel, police activity.
Yep.
Oh, I salute you.
Yeah.
That's well done, Hatch.
That is a great channel. Let me just say, right?
You only find the best videos on police activity.
Right, so they're like standing there in like a line.
A lot of minorities getting beaten.
They're making basically a wall of officers, right?
Are they a SWAT unit wearing tan?
Yeah.
All right, I know exactly where this is going. This is a great video.
And there is this guy that is like kind of like sneaking up like in behind the shoulder, like in between everybody, and he has a rifle, right? And he sticks.
I will say, before you get to the shooter, the hostage taker, he has one hostage to his right and one hostage in front of him, and he's holding both of them like he has a knife, and so it's like they're both kind of under his control, but also they're protecting him. Like there isn't a lot of space there where he's not covered by a civilian.
Yeah, he's got maybe like a foot and a half, you know.
Yeah, like you could see his face, but that's kind of about it.
Right. So basically, this guy like shimmies his way in between all these officers. Basically, has a rifle, rests the barrel like right on this guy's shoulder, right on another officer's shoulder.
It's teamwork,
right? Yeah. Ultimate teamwork, and they're just like trying to talk. And then all of a sudden, bang! One round goes. Situation's done. Handled.
You missed the best part of this. As like literally, the hostage negotiator is talking to him, and he says, "I just want to know what's going through your brain, man." Shot fired. Literally, like,
I didn't
that
catch
may have
that.
been the code word even, but that was like, it was literally like, what's going through your brain? A 308 round. And it did. And it's great because they have the security camera, and you could see, like, you know, the hostages, they're standing there, they're being held, and then all of a sudden, this guy just goes down, and like they walk out fine. Like, it was an amazing marksman, put his shot right where it needed to be, including going through a monitor. He had to shoot through a PC monitor.
Through a monitor.
He didn't have an actual clear shot of the actual perpetrator, so he kind of was like, Kentucky windage, let's see how this goes. And I mean, shout out to him,
dude.
Absolute great shot.
What a beast, bro.
Yeah, he was playing Cypher, knew exactly where they were, threw his hat down.
Yeah, camera.
Yeah, he hit a tripwire as he was running in there.
Jesus.
Dude, that shit, I think videos like that are so insane to think about, right?
Dude, you want to speak about, like, or that's a good example too of like guys, you know, having to actually use their skills in like situations. Dude, another guy who impresses the fuck out of me. Have you guys watched Lastro's stories the last couple of days?
Oh yeah, with him at the shooting range.
Yeah, bro's been out on the range getting some work in.
Dude.
Dude, I'm excited. So I've actually been talking with him. I'm gonna go. He's gonna put me through the paces too. So that's like one of the things with me moving down there is he's gonna teach me how to like actually shoot a rifle and how to move and be efficient with it. And I'm very excited about that. But it was funny. We were talking about rifle parts, and I was like, "Yo, like, I wonder what my favorite rifle or my favorite scope from Tarkov costs." Because scopes, if you don't know, in real life are very expensive. They're very precise pieces of glass that are used, and they're expensive. And so I sent him the scope that I use all the time. It's a 1x4. It's called the Elcan, or the Elcan's the company, but it's the Spectre. I sent it to him, and he's like, dude, that thing's $3,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm probably not going to be using that scope for a very long amount of time. But in Tarkov, it absolutely slaps. But yeah, no, I'm actually excited. He was talking. Well, apparently that site's used by Army Rangers a lot. They have a military contract with them, which is one of the reasons why it is so expensive. Yeah, we were talking. You know, he's going to put me through some drills. You know, some reloading drills, learning how to shoot. You know, how to move, all that stuff. And I've grown up my whole life shooting guns, but never like actually learning how to shoot, if that makes sense. Like, you know, family, there's firearms that I've been able to use, and you know, I've shot them, but never like actually caring about a reload and like actually trying to like be good and be on target and running drills. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that stuff. I know, Hatch, you shoot a bit. I do.
Yeah. So I like to train. It's definitely one of my favorite things to do ever, right? It sucks living in California, right? Because there's no real range you can go and practice
unless you
legally.
have like private land.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're on private land, right?
Yeah.
You can't go to a range and practice draw from the conceal. It's illegal.
Oh yeah, because it has to be like out on the table, and there's like all the range rules and everything. And I know you mostly use like pistol because that's the thing that you end up shooting.
Right? Because I'm not a crazy guy, right? I use my stuff to protect myself and the people that I love.
Yeah, so you just want to be proficient with it. That's kind of your
absolutely.
method.
That's my thing, right? I like being efficient, especially when it comes to the outside world. Is a dangerous place, bro. Don't ever think you're safe.
Yeah, so you need some dying on you at all times.
Exactly, right? So I'm the kind of guy that I do enjoy my training, and I think that everybody should kind of have it.
Yeah,
you know? It's one of those things where it's not even that hard.
It's funny. I mean, dude, you put a 12 gauge in my hand, I'm out shooting you every time. But that's just because in high school, I literally spent every single weekend at a trap range shooting pigeons out of the sky. Just because it was something I did in high school. It was fun as fuck. But yeah, you give me a handgun, you will absolutely destroy me. Just because I haven't had time to practice with it. I haven't had time to get proficient at that skill. So there is something that's really cool about like, working to get better at something and then actually feeling like, okay, I can at least manipulate and use this at a high level.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell a funny story, right? So my mom raising me, she was anti-gun for a very, very long time, right? She was very anti-gun. And then I remember, so we were doing a little party at my friend's house where like all the kids were there and the parents were there having a good time, and so one of the kids there, his dad like stayed at home. And while he was home, someone broke into his house, home invasion style, right? Where pulled him at gunpoint, fucking tied him up, and robbed his ass.
Yeah.
And so after that point, my mom was like, "Hell no, that shit is never happening to me," right?
Yeah.
So then at that point, she was like, "All right, guns are not that bad. You just have to know how to use them." And then my mom kind of raised me that way.
Well, and as we all know through paintball, you can be a little, a Michelle, or you could be a tall Paul, and if you're shooting the same marker, you have just as good of a chance, depending on, how much you use it, how good you are at actually breaking down the situation and things like that. So, yeah, absolutely. No, it's a great equalizer, especially for, someone like your mom who, wanted to make sure her kids were safe. Like,
my mom. She ain't the scariest looking person in the world, right? So you kind of got to have.
She's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Right. So you got to have a little. You got to have a little bit of an extra oomph. You know what I'm saying? If you want it, because how do I talk about this without sounding weird? Right. There's never been situations where I've had to pull it out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. You never want to. But
ever.
That one time that you have to, you're going to be very thankful that you have it.
Right. And plus, you're in California. You're kind of fucked if you do. Right? At least for me.
No, it's the type of thing. If you're in California, you better have a good reason at that point. You better be life or death, because castle law doesn't exist. Because so many of these things, you'll just get fucked if you don't have a valid, legitimate, legal reason.
Absolutely right. And they're Fresno. There are places there that are dangerous as hell, right? And I work in Fresno, right? So I'm over there all the goddamn time. There are some dangerous ass people over there. And I don't know what it is. I drive fast, right? But I'm not cutting people off or anything like that. But this guy got super mad at me, bro. Pulls over in front of me, cuts me off in the middle of the street. Gets out of his car and is pointing on the glass, poking the glass right in front of me. And he's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass. Get out of here." And I'm just like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" I'm kind of in shock, because I'm just like, "Why is this guy kind of up in my grill right now?" And a good way of basically saying you're gonna fuck this guy up without doing anything, you just gotta let him know, dude, you're making a life-changing decision fucking with me right now. You get any closer, your life is gonna be changed forever. And kind of when you kind of bring it like
hit
that,
them with that
calm,
Dirty Harry almost.
Exactly. When you hit him with the really calm demeanor, it really kind of makes them second guess, where it's why is this guy so calm?
And then you start saying, "This is the 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world. It carries 6 rounds in the revolver, and I think I only shot 5. So I must ask you, are you feeling lucky?"
Yep.
Punk.
Right? So
just hit him with the Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
No, dude, so, road rage is such a thing, though. I literally had that happen to me as I was driving back from Hollister. Brandon, you're going to laugh. It was in your city. Your great little
course.
209.
Dude, really quick. I'm sorry, but I did look up the most dangerous cities in California. Ranked
Fresno's
by violent crime rate per capita. Fresno, number 5.
Oh, woo!
Number 1, Stockton, baby.
Yeah,
We knew
baby.
it. Let's go. So speaking of the violence in Stockton, I was coming home. I was driving up the 5. It's a very, big highway in California. There was some construction on it past Stockton, so my GPS was like, hey, jump over to this other highway, 99. That'll get you home. You'll be fine. I was like, cool. So as I'm coming up to the bypass where it's like, one way you go on the 5, one way you go over to the 99, I jump over and there's 2 lanes. And so I get all the way over to the right one because I didn't know if I had to be like in an exit only or something like that. So I was like, let's just be safe. I'll get all the way over. And look, when I'm driving a road trip, I'm probably driving 80, especially in California, because like, especially at night, there's no one on the road. Like I'm moving. All right. I want to get the fuck home. I don't want to be slow.
I'm driving 100 to practice.
See, yeah, this is worse. All right. So like, I don't
I'm
feel
bad.
that bad now, but I'm going that speed. And so there's a car in the right lane. So eventually, I catch up to him. So I'm like, all right, I'll get on the brakes. I'll slow down. That's not the person who had a problem with me. For some reason, this caddy comes out of nowhere and just sits next to me. It's a Cadillac C300 and black, completely tinted out, windows. Just
Sus.
Yeah, as sus as you could be, and starts just sitting next to me. And now I'm kind of boxed in because we're on a 2-lane off ramp. I have a guy in front of me who's going slow, and this guy wants to sit here. And yeah, we're moving, but like I'm not going anywhere. Like I'm just gonna be in this spot. There's no way for me to get around either of them.
Gotcha,
so I was like,
okay.
all right, I really wasn't bothered at this point. I was like, okay, is what it is. We'll get on this exit, and then there'll be more lanes. And so as we come up, that 2 lanes they merge into 1 because then that merges over. This dude doesn't want to fucking move. And I hit my light and he's just sitting not in front of me, but just kind of right next to me. And so eventually I was like, all right, bro. And I, kind of tap my brakes, let him go through and, get behind him. And I was like, okay, like it still didn't seem like a big deal to me. As we get to that next one, though, that then merges onto the freeway, does the same thing, jumps in front and then sits right next to me. So I can't merge over or really do anything. And now I'm like, all right, bro, why are you being an asshole? Like, I didn't cut you off. Like, I really don't get why you're upset right now. Like, what?
That was my situation, right? I was like,
Yeah, like,
why is this guy upset? Like,
why
I
are you
didn't know it
ego
did
tripping?
anything.
Like, what's going on here? And so eventually it gets to the point where that lane ends and me and the Prius are coming over. And he eventually is like, he kind of realizes he's going to get in a at fault thing at this point. So he goes over to the next lane and just sits there and just sits there. Now we're on a 4 or 5 lane highway and he's just blocking me and this other guy into this right lane. And there's also a semi in front of us. So we're kind of blocked in.
You're going slow.
We're definitely slowing down. And look, there's a part of me, I'm in fucking Stockton with a C300 with blacked out windows following me. I don't want to stop. All right, it's one of those situations. Let's keep the car moving.
And you don't want to get forced off one of those exits on that crosstown.
Exactly.
I'll like recline my seat just a little bit.
Brando. So what I did is I looked up in my rear view. This guy made a fatal mistake. This is late at night. There's no one else on this roadway. So yeah, he's holding me in, but there's no one behind me. I literally had the thought, I went, the fucking Maverick Top Gun. Goose, I'm gonna slam on the brakes. He's gonna go right by. And so I'm kind of baiting him, like speeding up a little bit. He's starting to speed up with me. Speed up. Brake. And I hit it and he instantly is just, flying in front of us. And I instantly cut out to get, onto the street. Dude, you could tell he was like, fuck this dude, and he just puts his foot in the accelerator and goes. Like, you could tell he was like, fuck, he got the best of me. And
Damn.
he just got off. I see this guy get off 2 exits later. And I was like, you dumb motherfucker. Like, I'm going, this is not where I'm stopping at. Like, why'd you have to be like this? So yeah, I don't think he had the best intentions for me if he got my car to stop. So that's why I gave myself a little pat on the back where I was like, all right, that was good driving, Ryan. You got out of there on that one. But yeah, dude, fucking Stockton drivers, bro. California drivers as a whole, they get so,
I agree completely.
They get so egotistical about like, I have this spot on the road and I don't want to let anyone else by. Dude, I drive fast. I also let people through all the time. If you're coming up behind me and you want to go faster, there's no reason for me to sit there with your bright ass lights in my rear view. I'm just gonna get over.
Dude,
you're gonna fly by, and then I'm gonna go back.
As
and
long
I'm gonna
as
do my
you're not
own race.
Then I
tailgating
follow
me.
him, and then he gets the ticket, and then I'm like, all right, buddy, good shit.
Look,
Exactly. Now you have a spotter. Exactly. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, yes, there are people who just want to be assholes and sit back there, but my thing is like, I just want to go my own speed. Like my car, the way the accelerator sits, it's most comfortable for my foot if I'm at like a certain speed. That's all it is. Like, it's not that I'm like trying to push you off the road or anything. So those are the people I get upset with. You know, the guys who they're going 75 and they're like, I'm the bastion of speed. You know, this is how fast this lane gets to go. Yeah. And it's like, nah, bro, you're just being annoying.
The bastion of speed.
There was another guy who, after we get onto the 99, it's that 2-lane highway for a little bit coming out of Stockton. And so I'm there. This guy just wants to be like the cop or something, because he's got like 3 cars behind him and all of a sudden starts slowing down to like 50 in the left lane. Ew. And to the point where all of us are like, what the fuck, bro? Like, we're all getting on the brake and we're all just kind of annoyed. And so eventually we get to a spot where that right lane clears, and my thought was like, all right, this is your time to go. Fucking take it. And I dig into my accelerator. I'm getting the fuck out of there. This guy, he starts coming over into that lane to like block us off.
What a guy.
And I was just like, my speedometer hit 100. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like, I don't want to be on the same piece of road as this guy. So yeah, same thing. Got out of there. You know, totally fine. But like, dude, I hate bad drivers, and you know, I'm not the best driver. You know, there's definitely people better than me, but there's times like that when you're like, okay, you know, you're able to get out of that bad situation, and it feels kind of good.
Absolutely right. And you know, situations like that, bro, you never really know what these motherfuckers got. You know, especially when it comes to road rage.
Look, I'll say this too. I live in California. Getting a CCW is hard as fuck. I don't have one. So I'm going to be honest, I don't want to be in that situation. I just want to go and be in my own, you know, place in the world. So yeah, I mean, when I go to Texas and it's a constitutional carry state, that may change. But for now, you know, I'm not strapped up. So I'm gonna prefer to get the fuck out of there rather than stay.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with not being strapped up. Right, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Some people have their things. Some people, whatever. Right. Me personally, I love knowing that it ain't gonna be too hard for me. You know what I'm saying? If it ever comes down to it.
Well, it's more like, you know, we talked about it earlier, but like when it comes to carrying, yes, you know,
you
almost
never want to pull it out.
99.9% of your life, you're gonna carry that weapon. You're not gonna use it. It's just gonna sit on your hip or your appendix or your fanny pack or wherever it's sitting in. But that 0.1%, when it finally is needed, you're going to be very happy you have it. Like, that's how I view that situation. And
absolutely.
I guess rifle skills are a little different, because, like, we're probably not going to be using ARs in the streets. You know, like, the world has gone to shit if we're there.
Hey, but you're ready. Hey, but you're ready. You're ready.
But my thing is, I just like being good with a rifle. Like, I just think that's a cool skill
to
have
badass.
as a man. So like, that's kind of what I want to learn. Like, it's not necessarily because I think I'll ever use it, but just because, I mean, fuck, I may use it in like a 3-gun competition. I think that would be cool to do one of those someday.
Yeah. What if you want to go get a bear and have his pelt above your bed?
Well, again, you're gonna hunting is very different. Like, you just, you know, look, from a resting stance, I can shoot something very well, like 200 yards. That's not hard. But when you're moving and having to manipulate and reload and, you know, like, understand your shot count and all that, like, you're adding in so many other variables that you have to train and get muscle memory for.
You know, that reminds me a lot of when we were talking with Brody about, you know, like with track starts and everything, where time really comes down to it. That was one thing when it comes to, like, technique is everything, right? And sometimes, right, I've met a lot of people when it comes to like firearm training, and every single person, it's like a Jedi. You get one little thing from your master, and it's always going to stick with that one person that they learned, right? And a lot of things for me is like, I guess, like the stance, right? You know, the way that I hold my gun, you know, everybody. Oh, shouldn't have said that word. My pew pew.
Don't hate us, YouTube.
Right.
No, you know, I think, well, and it's muscle memory, just like paintball. Like, the way you hold your marker is the same every time. Braden's literally fiddling with his trigger right now. I can hear it in the background.
Let me see it, Brando.
Yeah. Let me see that gun. Let me see it.
I am.
Yep. See, I knew it.
Yeah, that's the L gun.
Shut up. This wasn't planned.
That's a throwaway gun.
Yeah, it was over.
If shit ever happens, you gotta throw it away.
Yeah, next time let's bet on our guns.
Oh, you guys racing for pinks over there?
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Some good old Fast and Furious type shit.
I don't know. I don't think I want that CS2.
I don't know. It's got.
I was gonna say that CS2 has miles on it, bro. That's like you're racing a 120,000-mile Honda Accord, and you're
Nah,
like,
bro,
why does
that is
someone
a-
want to race me?
No, that is a rusty Mustang that still gets the ponies rolling.
It's not, dude. It's not a Geo. You can't call it a Mustang. All right, it's not that
talking
old
about
yet.
it. CS2. That was some point that was the premium of the premium.
No, but do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you have like a Geo 2, all right, that's a 70 Mustang. You know, like
Oh,
that's
you know
a
what?
classic
I got
gun
like
at this point.
I would probably say if we're going cars, I'd probably be
You'd
like,
have like an R8. Like, you know, at the time when it came out, one of the best sports cars in the world, but now there's definitely things that are better than it, but it's
Gotcha.
still a very good, awesome V12
yeah.
sports car.
You know, I was almost thinking like the BMW
All-wheel drive, too.
i8. I was almost thinking like the BMW i8.
Nah, it's electric. Fuck that shit.
I'm pretty sure they make them hybrid.
Yeah, still, fuck that shit.
I agree, but
I need a naturally aspirated V12. I want to hear my car going.
I need to hear the dinosaurs rolling over in their grave with my fossil fuels.
There's a reason why I prefer cars from the early 2000s, all right? I want a V8 with almost no sensors in it that's easy to work on, that's going to fucking sound nice when you put the foot in the floor. That's what I like in my car. What do you like in your car, Brandon?
Just
Not a
good
taillight.
gas mileage. Yeah, I don't
like,
give a shit
something
about my
that works.
taillight. Something that gets me from point A to B. Other than that, I don't care.
This motherfucker has had a broken taillight for the day I met him.
It
How have you not
works.
gotten pulled over?
It works. No, it works. It's just the casing, the clear casing is broken. That's it. So the light still works. It's still there.
So it's still red, though? Or
No, it's not it's the white one. It's the white light.
It's red, but it's broken to where it's
No,
the
no,
white
it's,
light.
no, it's not. Nope, it's not the red light. No,
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I'm positive.
Okay.
It's the white one.
Okay, I mean, now you're explaining it, it doesn't sound like that big of a deal. But I was like, dude, how are you in Stockton with a broken taillight,
it's not my
getting
blinker.
pulled over all the time?
Yeah.
Like,
I
that's
don't
cop
know.
101
Oh.
on what to look for.
So that's on my left tail light, right? My right tail light has been out for over a year.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah,
You're crazy.
haven't been pulled over that. It was starting to get tough to drive on the freeway in traffic. Of like I got to be strategic about that shit. Like when I get on, or I got to be sure to start looking to merge over 2 miles before my exit. Like look for an opening
Because no one's gonna let you in at all.
yeah, it's rough, but I got that shit fixed, so we're good.
I will say
Nice.
that's one thing with my Tahoe I gotta fix. Actually, the part is literally sitting right there. The relay that controls the flashers, so like the turn signal versus like the emergency lights, it's going out. So the other day I turned on my left signal, my flashers started going off, my hazard lights, and
way.
then I was like, what the fuck? So of course got on Google, and that's one of the things I love about these old cars too, is if you Google the problem, there's 7 dudes who have a forum that have already been talking about and discussing how to fix it. So essentially it's
Hundreds
just
of videos on YouTube.
yeah, the relay that controls that in those cars, they will go out with time. So it's just you just gotta pop a new one in. But dude, that's my favorite thing with the Tahoe and my 4Runner back in the day. Like, I definitely learned a lot about how to like work on cars, service them. Like, dude, I did my spark plugs, I did oil changes on the 4Runner. Like, you learn little things. I had a shop class that I took at Sierra when I was going to college for a little bit, and
cool.
yeah, like we did my brake job in there and everything because they had all the tools. And there is something that's satisfying
pay
with the
for it?
older cars being able. I mean, I had to bring the parts in, but that was kind of the part of the class. Is like you can learn how to work on cars and get better at it.
Man, I wish I really liked cars. Like when people were talking about cars, like fuck, dude, I really do wish I was into cars. I did take a shop class as well in high school. Slept through it all, didn't care.
Damn.
Just couldn't hold my interest.
I was in college, so I paid for mine. So I was like, I should
So
probably
you
pay
had to,
attention.
yeah.
Yeah, my only car knowledge is fucking Lightning McQueen. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So I'm not exactly right. I'm not that knowledgeable on I know the difference between a Kachow and a Kachiga. I know a real big difference.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, I mean, it's not. I think the thing, it's just cool to be able to work on stuff yourself. I also, my grandparents, they owned a walnut farm, so as a kid, I was up there working on stuff. I mean, I remember I was like, he was either 9 or 10, and my grandfather was teaching me how to weld. Scared the shit out of me because I was a fucking 9-year-old. But I also worst case scenario, I could do a shitty weld. Like I could put something together. It's not gonna look good. It's not gonna be even all that great. But it's those are skills that you could develop when you start to have opportunities like that to work on stuff. I miss my grandfather, rest in peace. But yeah, no, we used to work on a lot of stuff out in his shop. He had his old he had a 67 Mustang, I want to say.
That's so badass.
Wait for it, it was pink.
Damn.
So like that was kind of, he got a deal on it because the dude, it was like some weird off, it was like a, not like bright pink, think of like a white pink almost, like where it was like pretty light,
but
it was like some weird, they didn't make many of them, and so not a lot of people want that color because like they're like, you know, I want a cool blue Mustang or something like that. So they got a good deal on it, and I
probably
never
gonna
got
be rare, like in like
well,
the later on.
I never got to drive it. My brother was able to take it to homecoming and stuff when he was a senior.
That's
but
so sick.
by the time I got my driver's license, they, you know, that car it needed some work, and yeah, they just never got around to fixing it. But yeah, no, that's a lot of great stories of working with my grandfather on the farm.
That's badass.
I had a friend, my best friend. He was in high school. His grandpa had a '68 Camaro in the garage that needed to be fixed up. And we talked about it all the time. Like, again, I wasn't in the cars, but like, I'll help you out, buddy. I'll figure this shit out. We never really actually did it. And then he passed away. I don't know what happened with that Camaro. I gotta hit him up.
Damn.
Because it was cool. It was fucking cool. Those old cars, like, again, I'm not really into cars, but the old muscle cars are fucking badass.
Classic American muscle, or they're just beauties. Like, I mean, it's one of those things that, like, I know realistically I'll never own it, but my dream car is a 60s Shelby Mustang. Yeah, they're just some of the most beautiful cars ever made. They're horrible on gas mileage. They're absolutely miserable to drive because they have no assists in them, but they're just beautiful. They sound amazing. To me, that's just America in a car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a man's car. That.
Yeah. Well, dude, and it's a fucking Shelby, bro. Like, Carroll Shelby is the GOAT when it comes to, like, American automotive, you know, anything. One of the few Americans in the world who's won a Le Mans, 24-hour Le Mans. Obviously has that whole story of helping Ford beat, you know, Ferrari during their whole time they were fighting together. But one of the other badass things about Carroll Shelby is he has passed away now, but even up until, like, the late 2010s when he was, like, getting kind of frail, if he saw a car that had his badge on it, you know, that Viper Shelby badge, he would jump in and drive the fuck out of it, do burnouts, donuts. Like, he would test it because his thing was like, look, if it carries my badge, if it carries my name, it better be a badass car. And when I heard that story, I was like, all right, Carroll Shelby's one of my heroes. Motherfucker's awesome.
Damn, dude. It's crazy how it's crazy to think that now we're all like talk about like all the stuff we used to do with like our grandpas and stuff like that. Dude, it's crazy, dude. It's like we're not kids anymore, boys.
No,
it's crazy to think about.
Brody reminded me of that pretty loud and clear.
Definitely. I mean, I still feel like a kid. You know what I'm saying? I still got good hand-eye coordination, I would say. Once I lose that, then I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. Like, there was YouTubers I watched growing up who were my age, and it's like now weird to be that age, you know, the guy on the podcast, kind of the other way around.
Yeah, and Brody was a cool guest.
Yeah, Brody was a great show. If you guys haven't listened to that yet, please go back and check him out. Yeah, no, we had a great time with him. Oh yeah, hope to have him back. I don't know, we'll hopefully get some other guests lined up here shortly. In all honesty to the podcast audience, I've just been busy trying to get this move done and like figuring everything out for that. So yeah, I'm slacking on my end here, but hopefully we're able to get some stuff up. I will say, Michael Diaz, you ghosted me, bro. I sent you a text about our new merch and he never responded. So I'm gonna have to, you know, stay up to date with him or go see what's going on. Maybe I have an old phone number or something.
Just show up at his doorstep.
Yeah, in Texas. I'll just show up to the XXV facility. I'll just be like, yo, what's up, bro? What the fuck?
It's like, oh shit, I got it for you right here.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, the stuff's in the works, stuff's on the back burner. I will say that's been all my focus and goal right now is just getting down to Austin, getting stuff set up, and then once we're there's a lot of plans to do more content, to have more stuff that's able to be done. Obviously there's a lot more guys in Austin who are willing to do stuff. Not saying you guys weren't, but it just the whole situation as a whole is a lot easier to make content with. I have talked, you know, slightly a little bit. We started following each other back and forth on Instagram. The owner of Outlaw Paintball out there. So yeah, you guys will probably see me out there. I don't know, every now and then. I'm not gonna commit to being out there all the time because I'm I'm really trying to get other jobs and stuff in different industries. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we all know Lastro is going to pull me out there and the Oni boys. So yeah, you'll definitely see my face out there.
Absolutely. Me and Brandon are going to have to make our way down there sometime.
We really do. We've talked about it, but especially with you going down there too, we really do have to. We got to make it.
Got a couch to crash on. Hell yeah, boy.
I was gonna say, yeah, you guys can all, fill up my tiny little apartment that I'm gonna be getting, but
all I need is a small corner and a sleeping bag. That's all I need.
The Papa Cedar method.
Yep.
Outlaw? Is that where the semi-pro team Outlaw Factory plays too? I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know about
that's
that.
Anodizing. Never mind.
I'm pretty sure FSU, Notorious.
Yeah.
They practice there.
Yeah.
And the most important team of all, dude. Austin Oni.
Yeah, Austin Oni, our boys.
Oni. Soon to be pro.
Yep.
Well,
that's
hey, man.
Soon to be pro. We believe.
Again,
I believe.
2/3 of the show.
I'm ready to suck the dick, all right? But they're not gonna do it. So that's the thing.
I know you are. You seem like you're fucking foaming at the mouth for those.
Dude,
cocks.
I will stand by what I said.
I got brand new knee pads for you.
5 years, they're not gonna make it.
Come on, boys, clutch
Give me
up.
Michelle. Have Michelle wear them in first, and then I'll use them.
She has me wear them, so.
Again, it's the pegging. We go back to that.
It's like, hey, hell yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to get down there, see all the guys. Obviously, I've talked with Anthony a bit already. I talk to Scott every day. He's one of my better friends at this point. So yeah, I'm just excited to get down there.
Guys so much.
Make some content with them, have some fun. I think I'm gonna also tag along for some of his Lastro stuff he's doing this year, because I think they're doing some stuff with the UT Stadium. I know they're selling hard AF there, so it's there's some connection there. So I may show up to some tailgates and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Anytime I can get content with Scott, I'm gonna go out of my way to try and do it, because he's an absolute blast to work with.
Absolutely love that guy.
So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to say in further points in the future we'll have more video from our boots on the ground correspondent, the 4th member of our broadcast studio.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah,
I think that I'm excited for all that content. I think that the Oni boys are literally made for that shit. Those are a good group of guys.
They are a meme team, but they actually play pretty good too. So that helps out.
They play so unorthodox that it's so interesting to observe.
Yeah, they play D5 paintball. It's okay. They're getting better, all right?
They're gonna be pro, dude, guaranteed.
Nah, I just love shitting on them because I don't know. It's fun to do, but they're really good guys, so it's kind of hard at the same time.
I mean, dude, if they get to pro, dude, Brando, we might be able to get that pro spot after all, baby. No, I'm just kidding.
Go get picked up. Yeah.
Yep.
I will say, we mentioned it earlier. I didn't want to talk about it at the start of the show, so this is for all the cool homies who are here at the end.
Yep.
Tigerware just straight up stole their brand. They just straight up made a line of headbands called the Oni headband, or Oni headbands. I fucking hate that I can't say that word. And then it's literally the same, it's all the shit that they use. So yeah, well, Oni Gate continues. More
Oni
people
Gate does
ripping them
continue,
off.
bro. That shit is a real phenomenon that needs to be studied.
Let me see. I want to see if I got a response from them.
Tigerware?
Wow, I am on it. I messaged him. No, that was from the Austin Oni page. So yeah, they're on it. They're gonna be looking into what Kyle and Alex are doing over there with Tigerware.
Dude, we're on the ground floor with that. We're on the ground. We're finding out
boots
first.
on the ground.
We're finding out
boots
first.
on the ground, Hatch.
Hell yeah, dude! Exclusive FTS media that you only get here.
So speaking of boots on the ground, you guys want to talk about the Democratic Convention now and do an hour and a half on politics?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Hold on, let me. Okay.
Nah, fuck that. We'll never talk about politics on this show.
Hell no.
So yeah, boys, that's gonna bring us to the end of From the Sidelines, episode 108 tonight. Before we wrap up, got a couple things that we got to do. Brandon, who is your cool guy of the week? I know my cool guy of the week was the Tank Boys, but
my cool guy was the marksman.
My cool guy, your cool guy is the marksman. My cool guy, a Boston Red Sox player, Jaron Duran.
I co-sign.
Dude,
I know where this is going.
We're taking the word back.
We're taking it back.
We're taking it back.
What?
This is our word.
No, we're not even taking the word back. I think it's season 17, episode 18 of South Park. It explains all you need to know about this word.
What are we talking about?
Yes. All right.
Well,
so
So I sent it in the group chat.
So this is he's walking up to bat, and someone's just heckling him from behind the plate, and telling him that he just needs a tennis racket, you know, to be able to hit the ball or whatever, or bat, or some racket.
I mean,
right?
he hasn't got a hit all day. Like,
Yeah.
this guy's probably been chirping at him all game. It's starting to get to him.
Absolutely, and like he's not mic'd up. The batter's not mic'd up, but
Ballparks are.
Ballparks
they
are.
have, so they can hear the crack of the back and, you know, like certain things like that.
And he says, like, you know, like, shut up, faggot. You know, something like that. But it
was literally clear. A COD response, because I have to say it, because it literally was like, yeah, get a tennis racket. Shut up, you fucking faggot. Yeah. It's literally like someone was in a Call of Duty Modern Warfare lobby and just, you know, finally let it go.
Dude,
that shit's fucking great.
After this aired and went viral, his jersey sales broke the MLB record for most, like, for a single day. That. For a single day, yeah.
He was suspended for 2 games and had to like pay a fine, and so like the MLB came down on him.
How much was the fine?
But I don't know. It was an internal thing. But I will say, like, the community came out around him,
rallied.
And every single comment I saw was like, "The world's soft," like, you know, let him say it, or like, take the word back. It was beautiful to see.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Jaren Duran.
You are our cool guy of the week.
Dude, cool Jaren Duran, what the fuck? Dude, that shit is actually hysterical, bro. Oh my god.
We're taking it back.
I'm taking it back.
One word at a time.
Amen,
next,
dude.
And that's what I was referencing was the South Park episode. Oh, sorry. What I was referencing was the South Park episode where they talk about, you know, motorcyclists, how, you know, a gay person isn't a faggot, but a person being a faggot is a faggot.
Absolutely.
Because that is a different thing.
Dude, absolutely, bro. That's like the thing from, like, The Office, bro. You don't call a group of retarded kids retards. You call your friends retards when they're acting like retarded. A group of retarded kids.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Michael Scott. Love that
Come on, dude. That shit really does, like, kind of reminisce in my mind rent-free, you know? I'm like, damn, that shit is pretty good. Shit is pretty good.
But we honestly are probably demonetized on YouTube now because we've said so many bad words towards the end of this. So
that's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Are we hitting the bleeper?
Maybe we'll see if I get any like checks. If they're like, nah, you can't be doing this, then I may have to censor it. But
there's no way they're faggots about it.
And it's honestly, this is the reason. This is the reason why we haven't done a music playlist in a while, because every time we do, they restrict the fuck out of the video. They hate when we do that. They make sure no one gets to watch that video. So please like and subscribe during this episode, because we need to get it back up in the algorithm, because they're probably not happy with us.
And that's okay. We're here for you guys, not them. Right, we're here for the people that are here every week, not just the random YouTube FBI agents that are listening to this shit.
Yeah, the Mike Ryans, the Christopher Strucks, you know, the Anthony
Chris
Hernandez's, the Chris Cedars. Yep, he listens to every episode.
Love that
I'm
guy.
trying to think. I mean, our other Patreon members. I know we have a couple cool ones on there. The Tanner, I know he's been listening to a lot of them. Yeah, no, we got some great people in the audience. And,
Papa Iron Man.
It's part of the fun of doing this show every single week. And one of those things that we do every single week, Catch, is the code word of the week. So what is your code word for this episode?
Oh, great you asked. Honestly, false sense of flow. Don't get the false sense of flow, boys.
Wow.
I had a feeling we were going there, but all right, perfect.
Pulled that one out of the hat.
Write that down.
Yeah, I did. Sure did. Dude, I even played with my hair out, which I don't really do very often anymore. I even played with my hair out.
That is crazy. You usually balaclava it up. Was it just that hot?
I would just like, you know what? I think a single headband will do today. It was fun.
All right,
we'll see. Fun day, you know.
I thought there was going to be a better story, so I thought I could take a second, but no.
That's
all right, cool. Well, we're here now. So at the end of the episode, I got to remind you guys to make sure you go ahead and rate and subscribe to the show, whether you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever platform. Drop a 5-star on the audio ones and leave a like on YouTube. It really does help out. It's one of the ways that you can support the podcast for free. No money required, but it makes us look better to advertisers and makes us, you know, be able to put the show on. So would appreciate it if you guys take a second just to do that real quick. We also have the Patreon. If you do want to support us, head over to patreon.com/MafiaProductions. You get ad-free versions of the show, as well as you're the first ones to hear it. The second it is done editing, it will be posted up there on Patreon for you guys to check out and listen. We also that's kind of in the plans. We've talked about some more bonus content for the show, and I know I've mentioned that on the show, but it's one of those things that it's kind of pinned right now. So once I get to Austin, we'll be able to dive into that more and spend some more time on it. But for the time being, you get ad-free versions of the show, you get the early access, you get to hang out with there's some awesome people over there as well, dropping comments that YouTube would not be okay with. So it's a kind of our own little private area. It's fun.
We love it over there.
We also have the merch website. We talked about it earlier, but xxvthelabel.com, they take care of us in that regard. Link down in the description is just the quickest and easiest way to get over to our page on that website. There's 3 designs up on there now. Hopefully the 4th will be up pretty soon here. We're actively working on it. These guys have seen it. It is a really cool design. It's kind of a twist on our logo. So yeah, we're excited to get that up and have some more options for you guys as well. And then last but not least, our sponsors, Liquid IV. We love them over there. The great hydration multiplier. Check out all the awesome flavors at liquidiv.com, the sugar and the sugar-free version. Use promo code Mafia_Moffat at checkout. Get 20% off and free shipping. NECTR Energy, I threw one of their spearmints in tonight. I needed the little pick-me-up, and they did a great job. So love NECTR Energy. Love the guys over there. The twins are pretty awesome people. You know, just guys who I want to support their company because they want to support paintball and the people who are around it. They literally, when they started the show, we were one of the first people who they decided to sponsor and advertise with, and we love the partnership. They're great people over there. So make sure you go support them. NECTR. Yeah, it's a great product. It's clean. I know Hatch uses it quite a lot when he's doing his long drives. So it's a great replacement. Maybe you don't have an energy drink nearby or something like that. You can just throw one of these in. It's a lot easier to keep on hand. But NECTR.energy. That's nectar.energy. That's where you're going to head over. Use promo code MafiaProductions, and you're going to get a buy 2 get 1 free. So throw 3 cans in your cart, and 2 are going to show up one's going to show up for free. And then last but not least, Wells Clothing. One more time. Fuck you, Scott Stewart. Love you, buddy. But yeah, don't ever leave our podcast again. We've claimed you. We own you. You are now a part of the From the Sidelines family and not a part of the In the Pits Paintball podcast family. But no, I joke if you didn't hear our story earlier. We love the guys over there. Wells Clothing do some great things for the guys in paintball, whether it's the PB Fit team themselves or just other guys in that Texas paintball community. So really can't say too many bad things about them. Head over to wellsclothing.com. Use promo code FTS. Save yourself some money when they drop their limited apparel stuff at the first Wednesday of every month. That's Welts Wednesday. And yeah, go let them know that we told you about them. Go follow them on Instagram. There's some cool guys. Yeah, we love them. Can't say anything more bad about them. But yes, all right. So without further ado, Brandon, do you have something on the tip of your tongue? Nah, okay. It just sounded like you did. You made the open mouth sound. I was like, what's going on? No? All right, cool. All right, well, let's finish the show. Let's get on out of here. It's not even that late tonight, boys. God, look at us. We're doing great. I
still gotta go to work, bro. God damn.
You still have work tonight? Jesus Christ, bro.
Rough day.
So let's finish this out and let Hatch get on his way then. For our 2 co-hosts who are here every single week, Brandon Brando, Baird, and Stephen Hatch, my name is Ryan Mafia Moffat. This has been From the Sidelines, episode 108. And as always, we will see you guys on the next one. Hatch, do the thing.
Bye.
See you guys later.